welcome back to Roll Call!
Roll call!
Yay!
One day we'll all be in harmony. And when that day happens, it will be the end of the campaign.
We all take voice lessons for like 3 years and finally figure it out.
We finally figured out in the last episode, that's when we do it.
We
and then
figure
we're like,
out the time delay on Discord.
that would be impressive. Alright. So, thank you guys so much for being here. I'm excited to continue our journey through the world of Lapleer and see what our fine kettle of fish we have get up to as they continue their journey to Zephyrus. Before we get into the breakdown, I'm going to pass it across to this blue blur of a person.
Blue blur. That's not quite what it is.
That's Sanic the Hedgehog.
That's Sanic the Hedgehog.
That's Sanic the Hedgehog.
Not the blue blazer, because that one's sad. We won't go into it.
As you bring it up.
I do, for anyone who actually knows what it is. So, last week, we did a thing called D&D.
D&D? What's that?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh shit, okay, that's good to know.
I didn't think I had to explain it to the Dungeon Master. I'm scared.
I thought it was Discus and Dementia.
Discus and Dementia? Well, it might be. So that video went up on YouTube the following Monday, which brings us to today. This video will go up on YouTube on Monday. And the process will begin again.
Right.
Slimer?
If you like other games besides Dungeons and Dragons, please check out Vampire the Masquerade Chicago by Night over at twitch.tv/therepgtable, Saturday nights at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be taking a hiatus from the group, however, you can enjoy the rest of them and see all of the crazy shit that they get up to. Also, we're still ongoing with our Charity for Child's Play, an organization that works on getting toys for hospitalized children. Please feel free to donate. The link should be, if you're on mobile, you might have to go to our page, but if you're on desktop, it should be like in the chat. There should be an able that you can click there to donate through. That's it for me.
Okay. Just finish hitting my buttons. Buttons.
He's like, I got so many buttons
I got
to
so many
push.
buttons! I can only do so
you
many
said
things!
buttons. Okay, never mind.
He's so bad at the buttons.
I am so bad at the buttons.
Okay, I
Yeah,
heard
that's
something
gotta-
playing outside. That's why I was talking. I was like, I'm sorry,
If
what?
you go too fast, then it doesn't do it.
No, it
Bad
does.
at buttons, Brandon.
Oh, man.
Look, stick with what you're good with, being the DM.
And not the button pusher.
Sitting there and looking pretty.
There we go. I can do that.
Sam's good at pushing buttons. Specifically mine.
Alright, so. Let's rejoin back in the world of Lapleer in our Slivers of Fate campaign. When we last left off, our vigilant visitors had just left. I look so upset at that one. I'm sorry. I think that's one that had the most visceral downturn of your eyebrows.
Yes,
you had.
my eyebrows.
I can still see them. I can feel it. You had left Duskbell on a mission from Alistair on behalf of the Finch game to go speak with Taylor, a Harangon in the small trading town of Zephyrus. South by southwest-ish, close to the other large body of the large lake on this half of the sliver. It would take you a couple days' journey to get there. You all said goodbye to Chester and stopped by a little family shop to get some potions and some various things and a new terrifying bug friend that someone
Douglas, the whip scorpion.
has. Douglas, who is currently in Rin's hair, like who's a 1940s detective. Look, I can't always come up with great things on the spot, but we're gonna roll with it. If Douglas ever dies, it'll be tragic. You all left the city and were in travel. You had a few conversations on the road. You sparred with Teresa Dragonheart, and certain individuals had conversations with each other. and we have the rest of the journey to go. So you, did you guys sleep? You guys wake up to a new day. The day and the next few days are yours. If there's nothing specific you'd like to go over, we can do some Skyrim fast travel. But yes, Dar.
Just want to mention two things. First is, if the viewers remember Nariana's description,
One second, by the way, also.
Dar noticed. She's very attractive, by the way. If you see her lovely new character art.
Yes.
We're
in the Discord, you can see it all.
So progressively over the travel of days, Dar is actually going to use his changeling abilities to decrease his number of wrinkles somewhat. He's going to look about 15 years younger by the time we get there.
15 years?
That's a lot of wrinkles to get rid of.
That is a lot of wrinkles. You said DC 13. 15 years would be DC 10 on passive. 15 years is a lot for old people.
By the end, it's progressive. Yeah. Okay. And he's not going to say anything about that. And the other thing is he's going to look through that log he has of his dad, the daily log of Ren. He's going to look for times in the past when Ren hasn't felt safe and how his dad tried to reassure her, even though that was like when she was much younger.
Gotta roll me investigation.
Sure. I'm going to use my metal die that I have not used in a while. Please be good to me. Investigation. Not bad. 16 total.
So what you find in your father's notes is there's nothing super specific on what to do. There's a handful of things that he has seen and he has done. One of which is appease with sweets until crying stops when Ren was the smaller infant. Find a cool bug and explain the intricacies of said bug. At this point, Ren would probably be able to tell you things about the bug before you could even tell things. But other times, and it's when Ren was more obstinate and more, wanting to grow on their own, is just let Ren do what Ren's gonna do and just watch. And if Ren falls down and asks for help, give it. But other than that, there have been times where Ren really wanted to go outside and play with bugs, and so was told no and ignored that and went down outside the window anyways. And then, was upset. They found Ren kind of hurt after, crawling down the house at a young age, not really as nimble and magical as they are now, and let Ren exist and experience that and understood the value of the lesson.
So nothing Dar didn't already know. Cool, good.
Very much.
Darn, not helpful, but okay.
It's almost as if Ren's a near adult to explain their situation.
It's almost like this book was written when she was a child.
It's worse than
This is known.
Worse than a child. No. Anything else for anybody?
I assume there's just a lot of practice of meditating.
Roll me wisdom.
I'm a wise fellow. 14.
Okay. Good to know. Moving on.
We try to join him on that. Try and
Roll me a wisdom.
That's a 10.
Okay.
That's a 10.
Good to know. Moving on.
Surely that won't bite us in the ass at some point.
Ren, anything? Anything?
Would it be investigation or nature to try to find bone fragments of dead animals along the way?
Shit just got dark.
No, it's twilight. It's pretty dark all the time. That's the
Fair.
thing.
No, Rin just realizes that there's the value of money and that they've just spent money on something they can find in nature, so...
Yeah, there'll be a few times where you're just walking by and you'll find just a half decomposed rabbit.
Dar will help her. If
I will,
necessary.
after days of traveling, I guarantee you'll just come across them.
Perfect. Great. Gonna harvest some bones.
Bone harvester.
Hold on, then. Hold on.
You want me
If
to
you think
roll
about
for
it,
a
if we're
number?
I
or-
got it.
Okay.
How many
If you think about
bones
it.
do you find?
You
If we're still
find
practicing Eldritch Blast, we can make these bone shards.
theoretically. You find 9 different small animal bones.
Oh.
No bone ranging bigger than this.
So I have 10 total.
You have 10 bones. Create undead. Just creates a skeleton.
Just like knit them together.
Nothing in the spell says it has to be a cohesive body. You can do a hand with an arm with a head on top.
Oh no!
Nothing. If you look it up, nothing in that spell says it has to be a complete body.
I hate it. I love
So theoretically, fun facts from me.
it. Thanks. I hate love it.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay. Nariana, anything from you?
Just continuing conversations with the group, trying to get a feel for them.
Okay. Good to know. Typhoon?
Nah, nothing crazy. Just waking up, stretching, preparing for the trip.
Teresa? Okay.
Do time again.
Okay. You continue along. We'll fast travel for the next few days. I would just need perception checks from everyone. This is just going to be a group thing.
Perception.
14 for me.
Not 20.
And that one. I'm sorry.
The duality. Rin, Nat 20. The one who's been sheltered their entire life inside of one castle. Nat 20. The one who literally lives in the woods. Nat 1.
It's like we traded roles or something.
The student has become the teacher.
Darren only got an 11.
And
12.
19.
17.
Okay. I will say the nat 20 will count for an extra. So it is 4 to 4 on success fail.
Oh no.
So, because it is about 5 days, about the 4th day, as you guys are in the, evening as you can with it being eternal twilight, there are clouds begin to gather overhead. It becomes very gray and very somber as Claw, you definitely would be able to tell that it's about to just huck down rain as you get ready for bed. Who wants to help find camp?
That'd be survival?
Yep.
Okay, I'll help.
So, that's one person rolling. I need one other person rolling.
I will.
Okay, go, Ranger, do your thing.
We'll see. It's off to a great start already.
21.
So wow, she's really off her game. 15.
Okay, Claw's caught up in her own head about, what transpired within the city, and that was your first long time stay within the city for a while. You've never really done that. You've always been in and out of the city real quick to try and, I'm picking up a mission, or I'm dropping something off, or I'm buying supplies. You're always in and out. And that kind of stuck with you and is, reverberated within you, especially, leaving Chester and everything. You're very much caught up in your own head about things. But you do find a pretty nice, thick area of trees where the canopies of them have come together and they formed like a semicircle above. So there's a little bit of overhang that can give, it's not begun raining yet, but would give more shelter. The trees are pretty dense. You're a little off the path, so it's harder to see out in the distance. In dark vision, you have it, yes, but at a certain point, you can't see 30 feet because the trees are so thick. So you can see and then back a little bit more, there'll be a tree, and then so it's very dense at this point. As you've gone more south, you're leaving the more swamp-like, more barren, water-based, muck to this more redwood-type forest of just dense trees, in the middle of nowhere. Still close to the path, all things considered. You're not way off the path. You're going to stay on the path the entire time, but you don't want to sleep right next to the road.
Don't tell me what to do.
What? Back off?
I was just gonna say, since I missed last session, where on the map are we going to?
You're heading just a little bit north west of Dawnspire. It's not a marked city.
Okay, that makes sense.
Little tiny trading village. Actually, Claw, if you want to give me a history check,
Mm-hmm.
being my native Outlander.
Mm-hmm. Okay, right. Ooh, okay, 16.
16. So Zephyrus is a city a village, not even a town, a village by the lake. You've been around. You've only crossed through it once. It wasn't. You were just traveling about, and in the area near Dawnspire. Pretty much what this is if anybody's using the lake to just go across instead of going from Loftwood to Dawnspire and going all the way up and around or all the way down and around, you can just go over the lake straight across. And Zephyrus is a tiny village where people, stop for a night and then continue on. So it's not big. It's not a hub of production by any means, as far as you knew.
Like a little outpost, kind of?
Yeah. The fact that the Finch gang has somebody who is supposed to be running supplies and doing stuff here probably has something to do with, anybody who's traveling through there for various reasons.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. I'll share that. Well, actually, if anybody asks, I'll share that, but I'm not going to go out of my way to, tell people. Very caught up in my own mind. Quieter.
Okay. You all bed down for the night. We're not going to do perceptions on shifts. I just need to know who's doing what shift. We're not going to roll for it. But
I do have a question.
Yeah.
We kind of discussed off stream about doing Find Familiar, casting it without a brazier.
You would need to make.
I would ask Claw to help me with that. You said contained fire.
Yes, it has to be a contained, a fire pit, but a little bit better than that.
Okay, so dug out with stones.
Placed down, yeah.
Okay, I would ask Claw to help me with that if possible, so I can get Zeus back.
Claw helps out. Okay.
So do I roll?
Yeah.
Or
Claw's helping you, not doing it for you.
oh, okay.
So you're gonna be rolling at this point. Give me a nature check. The DC's lower.
No advantage for the help? Or?
No, that's why the DC's lower.
Oh. Okay. Ooh, that's a good roll. 22 after the stuff.
So you find an area of dirt that you could carve through in a good enough amount of flattish and roundish stones. Now give me sleight of hand.
I do have Mold Earth, actually. I have the Mold Earth cantrip. So I can just...
Yep. So, but give me sleight of hand to place those rocks in a decent pack.
That's not as good. That's only a 12.
Good enough with the DC help. So you are able to cast Find Familiar.
Yay, Zeus is back. All right.
Zeus will, with the night sky, and immediately come over and just like you in the head.
I'm sorry.
Like ruffle himself a little bit and then just hop off.
Feel free to, relax, hunt, whatever. We're out in the wilds now. Yes. Oh, please be nice to the horses. They're iffy about owls. They really don't like hawks.
You'll see, look over at the horses. Douglas.
Oh, is that a hawk?
Rin, could you please tell them that Zeus is nice?
I'll cast Speak with Animals. Hi.
Who are you talking to? The horses or the
Yeah,
or
the
Zeus?
horses.
Oh, hey there.
Hey, so, Dar wanted me to tell you that his owl Zeus is nice.
So it's Dar's owl, huh? I wonder where it came from. It kind of paffed out of nowhere. I thought I sneezed too hard.
Reminder, I gave them sugar cookies like 2 days ago.
So, okay. It's not that we don't believe ya. But we should talk to, what is his name? Zach? Zook?
Zeus?
Zeus?
Okay. Hey, Zeus!
Hey, Zeus. It's a different deity.
Hold on, I love to watch Brandon talk to himself as different NPCs.
Yes, what does Zeus sound like, Brandon? Tell us. You have not done Zeus's voice yet.
Oh, hello. Hello.
Guten Nacht.
He's German.
Oh my god, yes. Yes!
I leave shit.
I'm ready for it.
We about to see a German argue with a Canadian.
Zeus will fly over.
Hi, I'm Rin.
Pleasure to
Dar
meet
wanders
you.
over
I
with them.
am Zeus. I am the familiar of.
Oh, I'm also familiar with Dar.
No, my Liebchen, it is not. It is not that I am I'm familiar. Yeah, technically.
I know what you mean. I'm just being silly.
You get the sense that Zeus is very intelligent.
So I wanted to introduce you to the horses, Frankie and Peanut.
As
Oh,
Dar
hey
notices,
there.
as Dar notices conversations happening, he's gonna put his perception through Zeus to see if he can understand.
You will not understand what they're talking about. You will just see the horse looking down and making noises. Well,
People hydrate, by the way. Sorry.
top of the night to ya, y'all little fella. You're pretty sparkly. Yeah, that is because I am made of the materials that made you. Just prettier.
Rin looks at themselves. I can be sparkly?
Zeus does not know how to answer that question. Frank is gonna be like, so, you one of the good ones, or are you one of the bad ones? And chomps. He's just like, are you saying you're going to eat me? Looks back at Dar.
Now wait a minute. Nobody's gonna eat anybody, or else nobody's getting any tarts.
Dar just looks confused when Zeus looks back at him. He's jumped
You're
out.
lucky there's tarts involved, small fry. What is this tart you speak of?
Oh, they're really tasty. I make them myself.
Well, if the boss says I can have ones, then I would like to try one. Maybe see if they are as good as these horses say they are.
Yeah. So long as everybody gets along, you all can have tarts.
Well, as long as he's not a filthy hack conspirator. A what? A filthy hack conspirator. You know, hacks, they like fly down and they take your little friends and... I know what a hack is, but what do you mean conspirator? And they're gonna go through and have like a 30-minute conversation about like...
Rin's taking notes.
the Luma hockey.
The Illuma.
The Illuma hockey. Yeah. Rin's taking notes.
And they'll also go into like how owls can be like super nice, but also like take their friends in the night. And Zeus will assure them and go, technically I don't need to eat. It is nice, but technically I am made of magic. I am made of stardust. I shimmer.
I knew it was coming.
Is that how... Wait, so if I get Stardust, I can sparkle?
Zeus will fly up and like wiggle his like as he does, he'll like shake his feathers and some of the stardust will fall down on
Can I do an Arcana check?
Oh yeah.
Because that's really weird. I've never had something shake Stardust over.
Fair enough.
13?
It feels cold.
Really?
Rin, how's this going? You guys have been at this for quite a while, making animal noises.
Oh, it's going real well. Don't worry about it. We're talking about the... Well, I don't know if I can talk about it.
Dude, well, no, I don't talk about only the animal folk know about the Illuma hockey.
Oh,
Don't be
first
telling
rule
people.
of Animal Club. Can't talk about it, sorry.
Douglas will pop
Okay,
out.
so you're bonding. That's the important thing. Okay. Dar starts taking out sugar cookies. He pulls out 4 and hands one to each horse, one to Rin, and then one to Zeus if Zeus comes back to him.
Oh yeah. Well, before Zeus comes back, Douglas will pop out. He now has, you know, the top of an acorn.
Yeah.
You should put that on as like a fedora. Quite a nice secrets forge of friendship.
It's foraging.
I think I'll like this. Zeus, do you know you have a bug on your head?
Oh yeah, this is Douglas. Breaks off a little bit of the cookie. He's with me.
Douglas goes nuts.
Sustenance. It has appeared.
Nothing eating your hair.
It will be consumed.
For nothing but dandruff for days.
Well, then that is good. So we have Peanuts, Frankie, and Douglas.
Mhm.
And then we have Rin, Master Rin.
Just Rin.
I unfortunately must give you the names that my creator give names, so Master Rin is what it shall be.
Master Rin's my father. Please call me Rin.
No, it is not. And that is the Dragonheart Jr.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the Typhoon,
Mm-hmm.
the Teresa,
Mm-hmm.
the Claw.
Mm-hmm.
Then the new one is
Oh, that's Neri. She's really nice.
well, the good. The hoot. Ha! I crack myself up and like fly away.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Okay, I need to make a list.
Wiedersehen.
Right, you're gonna have to start keeping track.
I want a shirt
the
that says
familiars
the
and
Illuma
animals.
hockey.
Listen, this is just the start. I haven't even named my pet rock yet.
Oh my god.
He cannot talk back, so I'm just gonna make grunts at you.
No, and it's just you just hear rock music the entire time.
He can't talk back yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
However, Awaken is a spell.
Awaken is a spell.
Speak with plants. That's a thing.
For the record, if anyone
Is the rock a
casts
plant?
Awaken, it needs to be the Death Clock song Awaken.
Yes. Yes, 1,000%.
Okay, now that we've had that happen, you know, you're all bedding down for the night. Who's taking first watch? I have Dragonheart and
I'll take it.
okay. You taking first watch? You taking second watch?
I'll take second watch.
No, you're taking first watch.
Oh,
2 people can do watch.
Two people do watch.
okay.
In case one of you gets an arrow to the lung or something.
Listen, we don't talk about that already.
Poor
God.
Oh my god, I totally forgot about that.
One of my most underhandedly, dastardly things I've ever done. How do I take down the
You're
rogue
sleeping
stuff?
peacefully. It's perfectly fine. Except for Calmine. You can't breathe anymore. Good luck.
Good luck casting spells or being quiet.
You know how to keep someone quiet when they wake up from being attacked in sleep? Hit them in the lung. They can't scream.
Yeah, they can't breathe. Who's taking second?
I'll do it.
I'll do it with
and-
Typhoon.
Typhoon and Rin. And then third is Dar and
Hello.
Teresa. Got it.
Also, I didn't want to interrupt the whole interaction, but I would if I saw God, why did your name Ren introduce? I'm like, can you tell the hawk not to eat Pabu, please? Like, just throw that in there.
There's no hawk. He's an owl.
I mean, the owl. Sorry, all the hawk.
You haven't talked to
Friggin-
Babu.
I have not talked to Pabu. No. I don't even know if Rin was aware of Pabu.
No.
Rin's like, okay.
I've like
It's
fed him
Pabu.
on
Yeah,
the
Rin's gonna be
you
like,
have-
sure. Who's Pabu?
You did that when Rin was
Actually,
baking.
yeah, every time I feed Pabu, you're never around. Now that I think about it, that's the craziest thing.
So who's Pabu is the question you are asked.
I'm gonna pull him out my little pocket. Like, this is Pabu.
Is Pabu dead?
No, he's what? It's so
What's Papu
dark.
again? Is he a
Huh?
squirrel or something?
I think
What's
we went
Pabu?
with chipmunk.
He's a chipmunk.
Chipmunk?
Yeah, chipmunk.
He's cute.
I was gonna say, you better start thinking of the voice.
I already got it.
Okay, perfect.
Is a hard British
Rin's
accent.
just gonna be like, hi Pabu, I'm Rin.
Excuse me, sorry.
He's not. I'm not gonna go. Hello. No.
Why not?
Well, good golly gosh, it's nice to meet you.
You're so cute. Can I hold you?
Okay, sure.
Rin's gonna like hold their hands out to Typhoon. They said it was okay.
Yeah, go for it. I trust you.
Jumps over.
Just
Got any
don't
nuts?
kill him.
No, but I have sugar cookie.
Sure.
It's a sugar cookie.
I'm just looking at this like, oh god, he's gonna have like a sugar high.
Well, this is just delicious.
Cool. I'll make sure that the owl doesn't eat you either. Don't worry.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Rin will hand him back.
The pause to what?
Meanwhile,
That went down wrong.
oh, hello.
I'll make sure the owl doesn't eat you. The what? Nothing. Okay.
Yeah, Zeus doesn't have to sleep, so Zeus is probably just like circling about.
Hey Zeus, don't eat the chipmunk.
Zavante, chipmunk.
Don't eat Pabu.
Perches on your shoulder.
Don't eat Pabu. He lives in Typhoon's jacket.
Guten Nacht. Well, hey there. You want to be my friend? Sure. Can I go for a ride?
Oh, Typhoon, Pabu wants to know if Zeus can give him a ride.
Does Pablo think he can hold on?
You know what? Why don't we do that later? I wonder if Teresa can maybe make a little harness or
Oh
something.
my
Go
god,
for it. I can hold
yes!
him in my talons. You'll be safe.
That sounds like a great idea.
Okay. I'm definitely keeping an eye on them the whole time.
Hold him in my
bow
mouth.
and
It'll
arrow
be
is
okay.
at the freaking ready.
You just hear, this is the best day of my life!
He's really enjoying it.
What are you doing with that beak?
Okay, I'll put my bow down.
Ren's like a little jealous. Like, I want to fly.
They fly around
Except
for about
Rin
10
throws
minutes,
her.
and they come back. Well, then, I'm going to keep flying around. I think I saw a squirrel somewhere.
Okay.
Just silently, as Pabu.
I'll give him some of that. Okay.
Just in your hand, just
That's so cute. I'm gonna make him a bed one day. A little box bed with like cushions.
I have the Rin of animals. I have Pabu is the Rin of you, or the Rin of animals. Oh, good golly gosh, this seems fun. I have a German astral owl, a Canadian horse, and a grizzled cop horse, and a 1940s detective bug.
A lot of cops.
I'm loving our lineup.
Just know
So-
if we ever need to do a familiar one shot, I mean, we got it.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
if we
so
ever
we can
need to
just, from now on, the characters are now null and void. We're each gonna take on one of the animals,
If we need
and
to
that's
do
the
the
campaign now.
familiar
We'll
problem
make them
that
all
System Marisha came
sentient.
up with,
Yeah.
we
Fang
should run a
hasn't
familiar
spoken,
problem.
right?
No,
That's not a bad idea.
because Fang is
Oh my
not an
God.
animal, so technically,
Oh.
no one can. Fang 1 is not intelligent enough to speak. I don't believe he knows Draconic.
I was gonna double check that.
Hey, double check that. If someone knows Draconic, then technically he could.
Yeah, he knows Draconic. I know Draconic.
What is
I know
what's
Draconic.
his intelligence?
His intelligence is an 8.
He's smart enough to talk. They never bring that. I read that subclass top to bottom, and they never bring up talking to your. Great.
I mean,
Yeah, because we can't do telepathic, so we would talk to each other out loud in Draconic.
Yeah, so you can talk to each other because 8 is a high enough intelligence to speak.
Mhm.
Technically, I can communicate with Zeus telepathically, so I can understand him as though he's speaking.
I understand him. You don't understand anyone else.
No, but him and I can understand each other.
Oh yeah.
There's just gonna be like 3 of us yelling, like just talking to.
We're gonna
Fang.
come up with a voice for Fang now.
Yeah, that's
one of y'all better teach her
How's this
Draconic,
paid?
or it's gonna get real jealous
It's just
real
gonna be
quick.
real sad. Just like just 3 of us, just like
the only one I can't talk
we
to.
just talk to Fang like. And
So
Drin,
wait,
like,
nobody else in the party knows Draconic, right? Sorry,
No.
except
2.
for
3
right,
of you
you
have
two.
Draconic.
Okay.
the dragon
even-
obsessed man. Yes.
So
I
we'll
just
say,
thought about that.
say we're gonna do a little bit of me terramorphing the rules. We're gonna say when you hit level 5
Mhm.
is when Fang clicked up to 8 intelligence.
Cool. Cool.
That's why you've never talked to him.
Mhm.
Fucking hell. 8 intelligence, you can
Well,
have
no,
an
I'm
8.
trying to remember if like in the first couple episodes I talked to him in Draconic.
No, you spoke to him in Draconic, but he didn't speak back.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like I think I spoke to him and he understood me, but that was about
doesn't mean he
it.
can speak. Understanding intention and thought. doesn't
No,
mean-
I understand what you're saying.
So
It's
he is
just-
now, I guess, able to speak back. Let me just.
Hey, that
You
means
said
if
it's
I
at level 5, right?
They're
Warlock
level
Awaken
5.
Mind
Oh,
Feature
level
to
5.
talk at Fang.
Brandon, just close your eyes and relax and let Fang possess you for a second and just speak.
I promise I
Understands
won't
the
make any
language.
more animal friends for at least another level.
Lies.
Cool. I got like
I can't promise that either.
10 episodes, maybe.
Cool.
Depending on
Yeah,
what
you
y'all
could.
do. Cool.
Next time on D&D.
New animal voice.
10-minute
into
break.
3.
Cool. Okay. So during second watch. So
We're not rolling?
no,
Oh, that's right.
during second watch. So the
He hates us.
That was me and
Rin.
Rin.
yeah, that's when all this goes down.
Yeah.
You hear some voices from deeper into the woods. There,
Yeah.
any of you speak Goblin?
Rin does.
Of course.
Can't say
Of
that I
course.
do.
What?
Can't say that I do.
So, you hear, so I tell her, come on, you gotta work with me. I bring you the pelt of a whole wolf, and you won't even let me touch your butt? Dude, man, you can't just expect him to do that. It's not like a thing. That's not to be expected. You gotta do better, man. You're toxic as hell. You gotta work on yourself better. Anyway, have you seen the boss around? No, not really. I'm just looking for food for him, I guess. Wait. And then they go quiet.
Nice guy,
Typhoon?
Goblin.
Yeah, I hear them too. I don't know what they're saying, but
They're goblins. One was talking about touching a butt, but then they were talking about smelling for food. And then they went really quiet. Maybe we should wake the others up.
I'm sorry, the way you explained that
that's-
sounded like it was
that's-
a
wow,
straight up
that is-
fetish thing.
that is a mixture of things to take in. One second. I'm gonna go get Dar really quickly and shake Dar a wig.
Time.
Hey,
My turn.
no. We heard some goblins nearby, but then they went quiet. Can you see with your hawk thingy-majigger, like flying? Like, is that a thing?
If Zeus
They were in that
called him a
direction.
hawk, he would be very insulted.
I mean, God, a whole.
I
I mean,
am.
what? An owl.
Rin's
I
just
said-
gonna start waking the rest of the party up.
Yeah. Was
Is
that the
this
direction of the
around?
road that they were coming from?
No, they're coming from deeper in the woods.
Okay.
Is Zeus around, or can I see him or sense it within my range?
Oh yeah, he's within range.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll mentally chat with him, like, "Hey Zeus, you awake?" The others heard something.
Goblins.
Goblins? Okay.
Yeah, it was goblins. They were
Zeus,
apparently talking
I
about
heard-
butts and touching them.
The others heard some goblins in that general direction, I guess. Can you just quietly go see what they're doing and let me know?
Roll perception.
And
Thank
I
you.
do want to do something
Yeah.
with a claw when I get a second.
Rolling perception for my. Oh, do you want him to roll stealth too? Because he's trying to be sneaky.
Well, he flies silently. He's an owl.
All right, cool. He does. He does. Perception. Please roll good. Please roll good. That is good. 21.
Cool.
Oh crap!
Yeah, he'll fly about and he'll eventually find him. They're hunkered down behind a large bush, a little ways back, probably like 40 feet away from the edge line of your camp.
What are they doing?
Just two of them. They're hiding behind some like a thick underbrush bush, and they're like looking around, seeing that the low, dim firelight of a, it's cold. It is fall. You guys do need some sort of light and heat for the camp. So there's
And
that
so
ember
they're
light
looking at our
glow.
camp?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they're about 40 feet in that direction. Kind of indicates with his head casually. They're behind that log and they're watching us. They see our fire, I guess, from where they are.
Approximately how many did they look like? They got weapons, or could you tell?
Zeus has only seen 2 so far.
They do have weapons.
And they have weapons. Are they out?
Nope, not yet.
What do they look like they're doing? Just watching us? Like,
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, one of them. I think they said they thought they heard something or something, and then they went quiet. So I don't think they're actually here for us. It's probably just by coincidence.
I mean, it's possible. Maybe I'll get Zeus to just look around a little more to make sure there's not more of them. And do you guys want to go talk to them or something?
I can't speak up. I think Rin can actually.
Oh yeah, Rin.
Because they were understand-
I know Rin can.
Okay.
I know Rin can speak Goblin. I can't, but we have someone on staff that taught her Goblin. She picked it. She wanted to learn Goblin. I don't know why, but Rin, why did you want to learn Goblin again?
Oh, Rin's off waking everybody else up.
Yeah, Rin's just off in the...
Guys, wake up! We're gonna die.
Well,
No.
Everyone at this point's been woken up.
well then.
In
I don't know
true
what she
command,
wanted to
in
learn.
true phone line sense. One went to 2, and then you guys all woke up. And like,
I mean, can I do like a history or intelligence check to see like, are goblins just in general? Are we considering them as bad monster
You can give me
characters?
insight.
Or can, okay,
We're not-
insight just to see, like, or can
Would
goblins
Dar-
be humane? Type of,
Would Dar know in this island, on this sliver rather?
18, by the way.
Would Dar know the diplomatic relations with goblins on this sliver?
So I'll let you know that goblins worked in your house.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. They had
Oh.
to teach Rin.
Yeah. So there's not like a site. It just depends on if they're thieves or if they're just wandering about or if they live in the woods or range.
Goblins
Would-
and goblins.
I just wanted to make sure, like for this campaign specifically. how
Yeah,
we were
no, they can be
looking at
anything.
Goblins. Okay, no worries. They just
They're
seem
not
to turn
all
passive.
inherently evil.
That's why I just want to double check.
That's
I
stupid.
say let them be. Maybe they're not. They don't seem to be looking or trying to attack us.
Do they eat humanoid flesh?
I mean, anyone can eat humanoid flesh if they're hungry enough.
You're not wrong.
Paul, what do you want to do?
Would Rin have said that he was waking us up because there's goblins, or just that there's danger?
Rin would have basically told everybody the same thing that they told Typhoon by saying that there were goblins over in the forest talking about butts, and then they talked about smelling for something to eat, and then they went quiet. So Rin would give the impression they don't really know the situation, but that there's people nearby.
And they're talking about butts and eating stuff. Okay.
Not talking about eating butts. Rin would make that inherently clear.
Two
But
separate- okay, cool.
We know for sure.
Wolfbelt, touching butts, hungry. Silence.
Can I do some kind of roll to know, like, if Claw has interacted with goblins before, like, if the ones in the wild are, like, hostile, or if we should try to, like if they go in groups, like, any information?
I'll let you know without having to roll that you know it depends on the family they're with, or, like, the group they're with. You know, goblins kind of have, like, a hierarchy depending. They can have their own, like, family units and things, but generally if there's a strong presence that'll protect them, they normally work with them. Especially if they're, like, out in the woods just existing. Not a member of, like, a town or a village or anything.
I did, by the way, instruct Zeus to just do a little fly around those guys to see if there's any more.
So far, nothing.
Okay. And try to keep an eye on them, too, while you're doing that, Zeus.
Got one eye just snapped out, the other eye locked in.
That's right, like an iguana.
Somehow.
He's a fae.
I'll let you know you can pick one to focus on. You can't do both.
Keep an eye on the two we can see.
And they're hunkered down. But you don't understand. Zeus doesn't understand. So they're just talking.
Apparently, they're talking quietly now.
I mean,
whispering, whatever.
do you want me to go talk to them, or should I just leave it be, or...
Do you want to go talk to them?
I mean... I don't know.
Would Claw be able to know if they can be, like, I'm assuming that they can be, like, spoken to and, like, reasoned with to some extent?
100%.
Yeah, depending.
Yeah.
Okay, I would share that then, and let them know that there's a possibility that they're just passing through, but there's also a possibility that they might be hostile. But they most likely are just, like, little villagers out in the woods,
Rin,
as far as I can tell.
Rin, since you're the only one who can speak Goblin, who would you like to take with you to feel safest?
Rin will probably look around, and either look to Claw or to Dragonheart.
Both?
Well, maybe we shouldn't try to.
But then we'll also look to Nari.
Yeah. Stretch.
Yeah.
Nyari.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they know that Nari can heal. So...
Nice big stretch.
Rollsies. Okay, so we're gonna do Claw and Nari.
Hell yeah.
I'm just too badass. I'll scare them all.
Too dull. Okay.
Typhoon,
I'll
did you...
quietly follow behind you.
You wearing your armor? And you are not quietly following.
Well, I was gonna say Rin was not gonna necessarily be quiet in their approach because the way Rin sees it, they already know that we're there. So, as we walk over there, Rin's just gonna kind of call out in Goblin and just be like, "Hi, sorry to bother you. Just couldn't help but hear you guys passing by."
Holy fuck!
Hi, I'm Rin.
Shut up!
I can hear you.
You hear one going.
What? We're not gonna like hurt you or anything.
Where are you? So they're behind a bush so that you can go around. Are you just walking straight up and then going around, or?
I mean, Rin would probably try to see if they will come out on their own first instead of just like stalking
One
them
will
down.
come out with a dagger. What do you want?
Nothing. I just want to say hi.
Roll persuasion.
Roll to say hi.
That's only an 11.
I was gonna say, can Claude tell Bryn to let them know that we mean no harm and we're just passing through if this is their territory?
You see that too?
If Claw lets Rin know to say that, yeah, Rin will just say that. But I'm just waiting for the roll results.
So with that, he kind of, I don't know, it's been kind of hard since the boss kind of went weird, and we lost a few, and you just shut up! Don't be telling people that.
We don't mean you guys any harm, and we're just passing through. We didn't know that if this was somebody's territory, or we're not here to hurt anyone.
Yeah, this is our territory. We work here, and you gotta pay your tithes to the goblin family.
Oh, which goblin family? I might know them.
You haven't heard of us, I promise.
Which goblin families would I have heard of?
Probably some nobility, and they wouldn't be going around the woods.
That's fine. Rin's not that. Rin would probably just be like, "Oh no, I've met some goblin families.
You have nice you have sleep clothes? They have sleep clothes. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
It's north of here, right?
Yeah.
Rin's just gonna say up north.
Well, that makes sense. You see the other one come out with a short bow, shakingly knocking an arrow. So you're gonna give us some food as payment for crossing through?
Ooh, do you like cookies?
No. Yes.
Who's your boss?
He's not around right now. He's probably walking through later. We're just going around. Oh my god, this is terrifying.
Why are you so scared?
We'll look at the look at Claw behind you. Go ahead, Claw.
Can I incite the goblins' body language and the conversation?
100%.
And I'm just gonna
Nariana,
stand up. I'm standing up behind her, just kind of holding my mace, just being prepared. It's because I don't like how he's holding the dagger at her, but I'm not being aggressive. I'm just being prepared.
Yeah, you'll see his eyes dart up at the two much taller individuals.
I got a 17 on that insight.
Cool. So one is just peering into the souls of these guys, and the other one's just mace up ready to go in full armor.
Can Rin insight the situation?
Oh, 100%. You can tell that they are scared out of their minds.
16.
You can tell that they're unsure on what to do. Their goblins are more, willing in large numbers, and 2 of them versus 3 they can see. They're very much like, we're outnumbered, so okay, we're gonna try and talk our way out of this. All right, Steven, you can do this.
You really don't need to. We're not, like I said, we're not gonna hurt you or fight you, not unless you want to attack us.
Your mace friend says otherwise.
Oh, Nari? No, she's really nice. And Claw looks scary, but Claw's really nice too.
Stop staring at me like that.
Rin will turn to the other 2. You guys are kind of scary, I guess.
Well, I would kind of kneel down, then get on her knees or crouch down a little bit to be on their height. What are they saying?
Show respect to the family.
Oh, of course, we respect the family. They just think that, they're obviously really nervous, and they said that they're working for somebody out here. They said that this was their land, but I don't know. They also want food. I offered them cookies.
Did they want the cookies?
Did you guys want the cookies or not?
Of course we want the cookies. We haven't had those. Have we ever had them? We've only smelled them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they want the cookies.
Okay. Then we can give them the cookies as a passage through their territory.
Okay, so we'll agree to give you the cookies and you let us continue our night in your territory and we'll pass through First Light.
What if the boss shows up? Boss shows up and sees then we only got. Can you maybe, just maybe give us a little more than just the cookies? Like maybe like a hunk of meat or something?
Would I have like jerky as part of like my rations or something?
You probably stole some of my jerky.
Fair enough. I can give you some meat. It's dried meat.
Yes, fine, I guess. How much you got? How much you got? Oh, what's up?
I think we had kind of volunteered Claw to also hunt for us along the way.
Oh yeah, there's some food, but that doesn't mean you're just gonna give it up.
Well, Rin wasn't gonna try to offer up anybody else's stuff.
Yeah.
He was just
Fair.
Maybe like some meat to like was pretty small, and we gotta eat meat to get big and strong. Holy shit!
gonna... Oh, okay. Are you gonna put that down?
I don't know if I can.
Okay. Take a deep breath. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine. I believe in you.
Okay.
It was good. Let me go get you the cookies and the meat. I'll be right back.
He's just like awkwardly smile and show like his gnarled teeth. This. Okay.
Ren will turn back to Claw and Nari and be like, "Don't scare them too much."
Okay, I'll put my mace down.
Did they want they took the cookies as a payment?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get them cookies and some jerky. Be right back.
Okay. And then Claw will just like stay there and like watch him.
Look tasty. All they know in common.
What
But he's
what
just-
was it?
Look tasty, and he's just smiling a grinny smile at you.
And then Ren will go and grab some jerky and some cookies.
So you come back, and you just see Rin grabbing stuff.
They're just scared and hungry, and I guess we're in their territory, so I'm gonna give them some food so that way we can stay here the rest of the night and then pass through in the morning.
Look at you, Red, being a diplomat, just like your dad.
Aw, that's really nice.
I think your dad would be proud of this.
Yeah, settling disputes, fantastic.
And then Rin will give them, because I don't know, probably because Rin's a weirdo. Rin will give them like half of their turkey rations.
So, okay, you head back. Now, while this is... Because it takes a little bit, to rifle through and grab everything, probably like a minute and a half. During that time, 2 more goblins show up. And they approach, and they're just like... They're speaking goblin to the, like, they... As they begin to approach, you guys hear them walking up. And the other 2 goblins turn, and they're having a conversation quietly amongst themselves. And then they begin to panic. So-
Rin, so you know, Zeus just told me 2 more goblins showed up.
Oh, okay.
Maybe, I don't know. More
They
food?
seemed really nice. Just scared.
Yeah, you got
Does-
this.
Would Dar know the difference between goblins, like, in the manor versus...
No,
Out in
they
the
all
wild.
look like goblins. There's not really... It just depends on how
Okay.
they're brought up and where they live.
They look like goblins.
Yeah, but would Dar know that, like, city goblins are like
Nope.
anybody else, whereas, country
Everyone,
wild
anyone can
goblins
be
are-
anything.
Dar does not know. Okay.
So my
Rose
mom always
glitter.
told me.
Maybe bring more food if you can, just because there's more of them now.
So do you stack up with more food?
Sure, I guess.
As you go back, you hear 4 different goblins going, "Holy shit! Holy shit, he's coming over here! Oh my god! Okay, they look like nice people, but I don't know if they're gonna be nice. My boss is gonna see this. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!"
I'm back.
Hi, welcome back. So good news, bad news. We need to go real fast, or the boss is gonna show up, and then he might want more money. He might want to eat like one of you, because he's a big guy. I mean, he's a real big guy. But I mean, just give.
Okay. I'll just hand it over.
All 4 of them just. Okay. Nailo.
Fucked again!
No. Barely correct.
Hey.
Fucked again!
So, they go, okay, yeah, we'll tell them to leave you alone. Oh my gosh, shit. And then they, will run away.
Okay, bye.
And off in the distance, you hear them going, boss, hey, yeah, no, we got you some stuff over here. Just look at all this cool stuff we got you. And they head away as you just of trees just walking away.
Boss was a troll.
Behemoth.
What
Boss is a
nice
big boy.
fellas.
Gonna have to stop them from a distance quietly just to see what those were.
Yeah, you see it's 5 goblins walking with them, and then a 6th goblin will join, and a troll.
Ah, lovely.
They just walk
Alright.
away as you just see like the 4 goblins that talk to you, mainly the 2 that talk to Rin-the-Most keep looking behind to make sure he's not like turning around, and they keep walking.
I just
Okay,
think
it's-
golfers clap
come
when Ren
back.
comes back up.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Just like, you know what?
They just come back. We're
Dude.
just like,
Yeah, just golf clap. This is baby class. It's fantastic.
And Dar's gonna whisper to Dragonheart and Typhoon out loud. Yeah, we just dodged 6 goblins and a troll. Rin did really well there.
or did they dodge
Oh, well.
us?
Rin will
like
gesture
sleeping.
to Claw and Nari and just say, they were a lot of help too, because I don't think that they would have been afraid if it was just me.
You know, the
That's
saying always
definitely
goes,
not.
teamwork makes the dream work.
That's amazing. I just wanted to make sure you were safe.
Well, Rin, I think you solved that very diplomatically. You found people that were in need of things. You provided
And you prevented an attack.
and prevented any kind of conflict. That's right.
Exactly.
Consider
Peaceful.
extra credit for your diplomacy exam later.
Being diplomatic makes me sleepy. I'm going to bed.
That's also fair.
Well,
Next
it's probably
check.
time for the change of shift.
See, this is right as Teresa has finished like gearing up and getting into battle mode, like putting on the gauntlets,
Ready.
snapping in, like, and then just, oh, it's over. Back to bed.
Oh, okay.
I imagine Teresa, and this is, you can correct me, just like the sleepy, like, all right, let's go.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
is Teresa's third watch, right?
just, like,
Yeah.
just punched a tree, just
Yeah.
did I get him? Oh, it's over.
Sure
We
did.
win.
Good job, Teresa.
We won.
That's just what I
Golfers
imagine in my head.
Teresa.
Feel
Teresa
free to
just-
correct it if any of it's not right.
Teresa just has a small sapling like tree and just like choking the life out of it.
Give me back give me your money. Stop
Leave-
robbing.
Leave
tools
Rin
again.
alone.
How dare you touch my tools?
There you go for my
Oh
tools.
no.
A branch touches the bag with the tools at, just rips the tree out, throws it.
Just like pimp slapping all the forest.
Teresa, the deforester.
Is that a
So,
wrestling name?
I mean, it can be now.
I'm gonna chop you down.
And I'm gonna rip you up by the roots. You better leave.
Oh my god, I'm done.
Some dryad who's in the ring is like, holy shit.
Some guy, like, I am the nature boy. Rick, I'm the deforester. You're the what now?
My arch nemesis and most biggest evil. Okay, so
Like Claw had a question.
yes, Clow.
I'm just saying I'm going to run to the bathroom just so y'all know. I'll be right
Oh,
back.
fair enough.
Claw just-
Thanks, Claw. We
Thanks,
appreciate
Claw.
it.
Okay,
There's a
bye.
claw shit in the woods.
Thanks,
The claw shit. Make sure to bury
Taken
it.
care of. Gotta go take other business.
Goes out, just hunts all of them, just starts picking them off. And just,
Like, I guess it's our turn anyway, Teresa.
yeah, it's Teresa and Dar's turn to.
What?
Do you want me
You
to
are now
splash
Sorry.
woken
water?
up to your shift.
Piece of
Should I
spicy
splash
jerky
it?
as I
No,
go
that's
back to
not-
bed.
that's
There
kinda
you go. You can
Well, I'm
take
gonna.
that.
Oh, that's even more mean.
You can make coffee.
I'll get you some. I'll make you some
Okay.
coffee.
Do we need more
Yeah.
water?
Yeah, that'll be good. Okay.
Just shape
Just-
water out of
Yeah.
moisture out of somewhere and
I just can create water in a bucket.
Well,
Oh, you can?
I was gonna say, let's say you create water, I hold the cup and I just heat it up. Like there we go. Put the
I
cup
mean,
in.
I'm for it. Create water. Let's
Commoner's
go.
coffee if it's gotta be in like that.
We got 3 people that heat up water because shape water can heat it up too.
Oh, does it?
Alright,
Okay,
we
never
create
mind.
it, You shape
We can
water to
alter the
hold it.
temperature.
Someone mix in the coffee, and then you heat it.
All right, good
Good
night.
to know if you guys ever need a side hustle for a time skip, it's just gonna be
There
a
you
coffee
go.
shop where you guys
We are
have a cart and just
baristas.
brew
But it's
coffee in
in-house.
the air.
I
Why do
need
I
art of
imagine-
this now?
I imagine Teresa just grinds the beans just by crushing them in her hands.
Oh my god.
Crushes it into the ball of water.
Can Rin be in like a coffee cup mascot suit, like out front, like dancing around?
Winbucks!
So Claw finds the
I
beans.
love
That's
it.
great.
Claw finds the
Not at all
beans.
confident.
Claw finds the beans.
Teresa grinds them.
Horse are fine.
Just
I guess Nariana is just like
Nariana is that
Ass
picture
person.
spiced with like holy water or something.
it's holy coffee.
Yeah, you gotta bless the coffee. Give it a little extra guidance. You know what I mean? Like,
We are the Starbucks. You want a name for
Look
the
at this thing. Oh my god.
so because we're an on-stream thing. No, we cannot be named that. But I'd be fine
Nope.
if you made a coffee-based name.
We're called Darbucks.
Starbucks?
I mean, no, I gotta complain about that, dude.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I freaking
Mario
love
has
it.
retirement plans.
So yes, if we need a time skip side hustle, or we get stuck on the road for a while, we will open up Darbucks on the side of the road.
Starbucks at your local area.
Are you traveling on the road? Do you need a pick-me-up as you get to that town in that early morning? Stop by Darbucks, located at the intersection of that way and that way. We don't know. There's no street signs over here.
And then we can try Cart Dash to deliver them.
Cart Dash.
I
it's
can
just
change the
Rin
color
riding on top of
the
Peanut. Like,
I'm gonna bring out 10 pills.
listen, don't hate, appreciate.
I'm wrong.
I applaud the creativity.
Oh god, I love it.
Can we get inspiration?
Hey, chat.
Dragonheart has job security.
If
because we
enough of
can't
the
keep it up.
non-players in chat send some sort of affirmation, I'll give everyone in group inspiration for the next day.
I think it should be a poll.
Gonna make another account.
Yeah, sure, I'll do a poll, but none of you can vote.
Oh.
I don't
How would
like
you
that.
know?
What that entails. Though.
Stretch one.
I don't like
Anyone
what
else
the
listen?
need for inspiration implies.
Affirmation.
I'm
You're
wearing
gonna
it.
need it.
We had a stretch in case.
God,
anyone
that
was-
was fantastic.
Well, that stretch was a while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Here you go.
So,
You got 5 minutes.
Darbucks makes coffee for Teresa. First Starbucks coffee ever.
Thanks. Oh yeah, this is what I needed.
You get a bolt of energy.
I heard something about goblins and butts and things. And I don't know.
Yeah, Rin and Typhoon heard some goblins and went and talked to them. Gave them some food so that they wouldn't try to eat us, I guess.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, which is nice because some more showed up with a troll and then they all left.
That's extra nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just love the. We didn't die. That's nice. Like
No.
actually
That's
talking
nice
to anyone
to
who's
hear.
just woke up.
Is there anything you want to discuss
We did-
during your shift?
I was trying to come up
Nari
with some.
seems nice.
Nari, do you know Nari? She seems to know you.
I don't know her, but she is a good healer and does really good work. So I trust her wholeheartedly, and this is totally not gonna backfire like last time.
What do you mean, like last time?
you know, like when I trusted the guy that
Oh,
Storster was,
Oh, God,
Yeah.
I just popped my
That's
neck.
fair.
Oh, God, I'm sorry.
that's fair.
which is why I have my tools on me now at all times,
That's a
hidden
good
in
idea.
various places, so that if they do find one, they can't find them all.
That I don't need to know more details unless you really want to share them.
I'm not offering any more details, so
Are your tools a Horcrux now?
yep.
Okay, good to know.
So you know who sent Nari to look out after you?
Mm-mm.
No?
No. Should I? Well, I mean, I asked, and then she said she didn't know, so that was kind of that. But
That doesn't seem weird to you at all?
well, I figured it's my dad.
But you don't know.
No, but I think it's dad. Because he's always looking out for me. And maybe
you
this
should-
is his way of, you know, being like, hey, I'll be here with you and give you love and support this way. So, yeah.
Well, call me overly cautious, but maybe you should try to make sure.
You are overly cautious.
Well, we did just get stolen from and then almost die.
Yeah, and whoever
almost
does that again will get their face smashed in.
Yeah, but we all came really close to getting our faces smashed in.
Yes, which is why
would-
we will make sure that we do it first.
Well, I wouldn't mind avoiding a fight
Oh,
instead
yeah.
of having to it.
Yeah, I'm just saying if it comes to it. You want some coffee?
Sure,
Yeah.
Yeah,
You go.
I have
Yeah.
some. I made enough
Oh.
for. I'm actually gonna.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna. Whenever it gets closer to dawn, I'm just gonna start making breakfast for everybody. If you wouldn't mind,
Mhm.
in about, I guess 20 minutes, if you could go on a wood run and just,
Wood run? Okay.
yeah, so that we have some decent fire for the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
You guys wake up, get your long rest. None of you use any abilities, but still a long rest. You immediately check. You're like, do I get anything back? And you all get ready to continue your last leg of your journey on to.
I'll use it as like, please.
Continue on to Zephyrus.
Man, is it windy here?
Well,
Is it Chicago?
Is it like
the Windy City?
I wouldn't say. Okay, 5 people voted yes.
I think that was us.
None of you should have voted.
I didn't even vote. I forgot to
We
vote.
weren't
I
allowed
couldn't
to
even
vote.
see the
Yeah,
poll.
I didn't vote.
Oh,
good.
that was my bad. Well, still, that would have been 4.
So 4? Cool. Then yeah, you guys all get inspiration for today.
Yay. Thank you, chat.
Yay.
Oh,
That just
For
means I can
$10.
crank the difficulty.
Yeah.
What?
That's
No,
what
that's not what it
That's
is.
why I said,
Take it
you know what?
back.
Can I?
Take it
Can
back.
I? I'm
No.
gonna forfeit the
I'm
inspiration
not going to
simply
do-
because I
take
don't
it
want to
back.
suffer the consequences.
I'm not
I
going to
donated
change
to a pawn shop.
anything.
I donated to a pawn
Nope.
shop.
Yep. I give it to some poor goblin in the forest.
Best
Yep.
the pawn
Don't-
pawn shop
don't
can
want it.
offer you is about tree fitting.
About 350?
About tree fitting.
Can I
350 what?
trade in
That's
my
more than what I have.
inspiration for a potion of healing?
No, you cannot.
Oh,
Uh,
Electrum use.
I already
Can I
have
trade in?
one.
Can I trade my inspiration for another?
Spell slot? No. Most assuredly not. Get out of here, Warlock. Warlock, no spell sniping. So, you all continue your journey, and you bring up the joke about wind, but the area next to the large lake, and I mean, it is a very large lake, there is an increased amount of wind, much like the Great Lakes above the U.S. You can have windstorms above the Great Lakes that cause ships to or boats to tip over and things to break and people to fall down. And that storm that was approaching is now in full force. As you guys finish getting ready in the morning, you know, you're pretty dry, all things considered. You can make things inside the cart as you can. The cart's getting kind of damp on the inside with the sheer force. The rain isn't like a soft pitter patter. It's hard hitting rain. Like water droplets feel like they're a touch to your face every time you get hit directly with them. The wind is a blistering speed, especially now. It's, it was, beginning of the middle, like towards the middle side of fall at the start of this campaign, and it's been, a good chunk of time. Almost a full month. You guys were gone, and during that time, it's gotten colder and colder, and with this rain, it is chilling to the bone and has soaked all of you down to your bones as you roll up on Zephyrus. This small little, inhabitable village outpost houses about 8 buildings in the, the main part of the area. As you approached, you did see a ways in the forest where various houses and little shacks that people who live in the area live in, take a 5-minute horse ride or, a longer walk into town. You do see that there is a single inn. Doesn't have a fancy name. Doesn't need one. There's not really an option for people to go. Doesn't need a flashy name. If you're stopping for the night, this is where you stop.
To the inn.
So you approach the end. By the time you get there, it's getting closer to be about 6 p.m. So it's still plenty of day technically left. There's still got hours and hours before, generally people go to sleep. You go in and you will see a human woman sitting at just like wiping off the bar. There's like 5 people in there right now. There was nobody in the center of town. No one was doing anything. There was one small trading boat. You saw someone lean out and throw like the mooring line to like tie up to the dock, and then they head back into their cabin and shut the door. You see the sails drop as they're just staying on the boat for now that it's anchored and moored to the dock. The human woman just doesn't notice you. She's just cleaning up the bar. The individuals are like sitting by the fire like
Is the barmaid attractive?
she's like decent. I mean, she's not really like the most attractive. She's not really gussied up or anything. She's just in standard work clothes. You do see the individual surrounded by the fire. There's an elf, a hobgoblin, a bugbear, and then a hadozi.
Hadozi?
Those are the
The
flying
new
squirrel
flying squirrel, flying monkey people.
Oh, the flying monkey people. Oh, yeah, okay. I
They're
don't
all
know the
just-
new races.
Yeah, they're all just
Okay.
trying to warm up. You see the hadozi will pull out a pipe, take an ember, and just sit back.
I was going to approach the barmaid with and put on a very warm and friendly smile.
Oh,
Hello.
I'm so sorry. I didn't even see you enter.
Oh, that's all right. It's pretty wild out there, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It is crazy. It is coming down like hippogriffs in hailstorms.
Well, it is indeed. Would you have a couple rooms for the night?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, no one's come into town recently. How many rooms?
I think probably just 2.
2 rooms, okay. She'll turn and she'll open up and look at the various display of keys. Yeah, we
Big
got
enough
2
to fit-
rooms.
Big enough to fit 3 or 4 people each?
Yeah, we got 3 rooms.
Okay, 3 rooms. All right, fair. And we're also looking to pick up something warm to fill our bellies, I think.
Well, we can handle that. You get 1 free meal a day from staying with us. Kind of like a thank you for staying and not just leaving as soon as you come in. You know, people like to just show up and just leave town. So we try and make it a little more hospitable.
That's very, very accommodating of you. How much for that?
For 3 rooms, it's just gonna be 3 silver.
All right, thanks. Here, and he hands her 4 silver in a stack.
Oh, you don't need it. No, thank you. No.
No. You're being very
Do
very
me
good.
a favor. Do me a favor. She'll take the 3. Take that and go put it over there in the tithe box.
Looks over the tithe box. What deity is this for?
Doesn't have one.
Right. Well, yes, ma'am. Of course I will.
Thank you.
Somewhere in another universe, there's a character. Alms for the poor. Alms for the poor.
What cleric is that?
That would be Afro's character in the Nat 1 Adventure
you are
first
correct.
season. I was doing a callback to him, but I don't think he's even the same name. Oh well.
I mean, there was a paladin in Granite as far as I know.
As your sea leaf.
Sea leaf! One day I'll bring it back. Poor man. So you guys all come in, drying off from the rain. There are 2 hearths. It's a fairly large area and space. It could probably fit the entire town. 50 people in there. So there's a bunch of tables and things. It's much more of this is like the inn, the bar, the town hall, place of business. So there's 2 hearths, one on each side. When you enter in the room, the bar and innkeep is right in front, and then the 2 hearths are to the side. So the 4 individuals are over on the right side, the left side. The fire is going. You guys head over there. Do you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I imagine people want to try and get warm, right?
Yes. Sorry, dying.
You're good. It was a general question for anyone who had an answer.
Yes, warm would be nice.
Warm would be nice.
Sorry.
All right.
Warm is nice.
I know you said we're trying not to talk over each other, but dang, we tried really hard there.
Sorry, I got distracted. What?
You guys are all warming up
Yes.
by the fire.
Oh yeah, of course. Yes, and chat and being chit-chat sociable with those guys, I think.
Remy? You'll see the hobgoblin. What? Could you go take care of the horses for me? Yeah, I got you. He'll put on a large, cap. Here we go. And he will go outside and he will take your horses and carriage and take them around and put them under. It's not as nearly as nice as the other one. It is a stable.
It does its job.
So they get your horses taken care of and they put your cart, lock it up. Comes back in. Whew. How long you guys staying in town for? Take it off and
Not too long. We were more or less hired to do something, so we're just kind of passing through.
Oh, well, welcome to Zephyrus. And kind of picked an interesting time to come visit. It's coming down to hippogriffs and hailstones out there. That's what I said, dear. Is there an echo in here?
Ha 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 ha.
Yes.
And he will, if you guys need anything, let me know. I keep the grounds and, no big deal. Honey,
What was
don't
your name
sell
again?
yourself short. You're the mayor. Hmm?
What was your name again, Mr. Mayor?
You can just call me Mr. Mayor. That's fun.
All right, if that's what gets your goat, sure.
No, my goats are back home. Ha! It's a joke.
I just love the idea of
Mayor.
you're the mayor. I'm the what?
What? Yeah?
Maybe you could help us. We're in town looking for Taylor the Tinkerer.
Oh, you're looking for Taylor, huh? Oh, she's probably down in her workshop about 2 doors down.
Is
She's
she
by
there
the
frequently?
water. What?
Is she there frequently?
Oh, yeah, she lives there.
She is a tinkerer.
Yeah, she yeah, you know it's her house because you'll see a water wheel and you'll see like a furnace stack.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Do you know what time she opens in the morning? I think we'll warm up tonight first.
Open.
Just always open?
Yeah, she doesn't close.
Oh, okay. That's dedication.
I mean, it's her house, so she
That's
doesn't have to answer.
That's
Are you
Right.
open? I just live here.
all right.
Well, if you need anything, my wife Lorelai will take care of you.
Lorelai's the beauty
Yeah.
at the bar?
Yep.
Alright.
Can I lean over to Dragonheart and just... I'm gonna ask you, like, whispering here, like, should we ask him if they have been having trouble with, I guess, shipments? My point is, I'm trying to ask...
Trying to ask if they've been having issues with supplies.
If we should ask them, have they been having issues with supplies as a general whole?
I mean, we can. I mean, and Dragonheart will kind of like nod and be like, just gonna be like, so like with the weather and whatnot, is it bad for getting supplies in towns? Or you guys like home grow everything? Or, 'cause, I mean, like you said, it's hippogriffs and hailstorms out there.
It sure is.
It's-
There's an echo in here.
Is it really bad at getting stuff into town?
I mean, generally when it rains like this, yeah, people normally moor up and then they, sit for a while, and or they're out in the lake and they anchor down and they just wait. But yeah, these storms keep happening frequently around here.
Like more than normal? Or?
Yeah, a bit.
So you guys are
Sometimes-
predominantly, your supplies predominantly come from the sea area versus...
Some people just heading from Dawnspire to stop here for a bit, or
Do you guys primarily trade, or is it money as far as, like, you trade goods for people traveling through, or is
oh
it...
no, we just kind of live here.
Well, I mean, like, people passing through.
Oh yeah, no, they just stay at the inn, and then if they need supplies. We normally, I mean, it depends. George up the road, he kind of goes, thing for thing. Yeah, generally we just use money.
Okay.
We're trying to get a new chapel built.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Is that what the Tides box is for? Is that
Yeah.
building fun?
yeah. Real bad storm hit a couple years ago, and just tree came down, and so did Father.
Is the storm season abnormal this year compared to past years?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit stronger, a little early. Yeah.
Well, is there anything else in your town that we should see before we head out at some point in the near future?
I mean, if the rain ever stops, you should look at the lake. It's pretty. It's pretty.
It's a
It's
pretty
nice
lake.
to look at.
Noted. Well, hopefully the storm will calm down for a little bit enough for us to get a good look at that.
I sure hope so. I'm real tired of walking down the rain. But it's a good thing I live here.
Well, we thank you, Mr. Mayor, for all your wonderful information about your town here.
Happy to.
Just one last question. Do these storms like blow through quickly or do they last a
Depends.
while? Depends.
Yeah. I mean, last one lasted for like 3 days. But yeah, this one just started. Who knows? You guys like chicken?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I'm making it tonight.
Oh, great.
I'm the chef too.
Chef
Oh,
Mayor.
wow.
Mayor Chef.
Jack of
Mayor
all
chef.
trades.
Multi-talented.
I mean, you gotta do what you can for the people.
Fair enough. I'm sure they appreciate it.
Do anything else for the people?
I mean, trade negotiations.
Lawyer.
Sometimes I knit people sweaters. Honey, we're doing scarves this year. Oh, that's right.
Oh. Right on. What other businesses are there in town other than the Tinker and you guys here?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Takes a village to run a trade depot, I guess. I mean, we have a general store.
Oh, generals. Okay. We must have a general store.
Yeah. like basic things. I mean, it's not crazy. It's just simple life.
Makes sense.
I'm not one of those adventuring types. Most adventures I get is when I gotta shear the sheep. They can get rowdy.
Oh yeah, them sheep, they can be rowdy.
You guys want a beer?
Yeah,
I will
and
not say no to that.
Yeah, let me get you some. It'll be on the mayor.
Why did I
And-
feel
and
that Typhoon
dinner
and
if you're
Dragon
not-
are in unison? We're like, can't say no to a beer at the same time.
My man.
And he will get
7 thumbs go up.
No, well, how does Ren
Nara
respond
doesn't
to?
drink.
Well, Rin, after hearing 3 times that it's raining hippogriffs, is just staring out the window, hoping
Where's
to
the-
catch sight of said hippogriffs.
Or perception?
Just waiting for that one.
I'm waiting to if
No.
I should
Ooh, that's
continue
actually
this
really
or
good.
No.
Go ahead.
You don't see any hippogriffs.
I just really want to be like, is he paying
22.
attention?
You don't see any hippogriffs, but you do see a large flying thing flying around.
It's a
So you said
dragon.
Nariana doesn't drink.
Oh no! Is it a
You're
hawk?
gonna die.
It's not a hack.
No.
It don't got wings like a hack.
By the way, as soon as it got like too windy to fly easily, which was probably hours ago, Zeus went poof. Anyway,
Oh, you don't
away.
just keep Zeus.
yes, I'd like to keep Zeus, so he goes poof.
So Nariana doesn't drink, huh?
Nope.
That's just everyone has just now learned Nariana does not drink alcohol.
Just now, I was like, does the
What is it? It's not
They hand over the cup. Thanks.
Oh, I'll take it. Hey boys, you want one of these? One of them goes, yeah, I'll take another.
Rin will, like, go over to Claw and, like, kind of, like, tug on Claw's arm.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's
okay,
just here.
cool.
Hey, yeah,
And
sorry,
just
I've
kind
got
of
you back.
very quietly, without, like, attracting too much attention, just sort of be like, I know that you know a lot about animals and stuff. There's something big flying up over around. Do you know what it is?
And then I'll go to a window or like a vantage point to see if I can see
Roll me
what it
perception.
is and then try to identify it. Okay, cool.
Are you going to the window to the wall?
So the
The
sweat
sweat
drop down
drop
my
down.
balls.
Hi, Drake.
All these bitches crawl.
I don't know if I can say that word on stream.
Oh, not 20.
Hey!
Oh
It was
no!
the song.
Brandon's like, all right, we'll be
It was
right
the
back.
song.
Everything's been thrown to shit.
Yeah, we're at a good time to take a break, so we will be
Great.
we will be back in a flash. 10 to 15 minutes. Don't worry, it's fine. It's fine.
Wait,
It's totally
let me
fine.
know now. Do I need a backup character?
We will be
Nobody
we will
should.
be right back. Okay,
That's
everyone,
not a
just
no.
be right back.
Cheeks.
And we're back with a tonal shift in the music.
That's not good.
Oh,
We're in
that's only
danger.
slightly ominous.
I have concerns.
So, Claw, as Rin pulls you over, spouting some nonsense of, I think I saw a hippogriff outside, and describes that they saw something winged. You saw it a good bit away over the lake. Claw, to you, at that distance, to be able to see something like that and to storm this big, gotta be fairly big. I wouldn't say monstrously, well, too monstrously big. But it would be rather large. There's a wide range of things that you know it could be that fly about. But what you see is something huge.
Great. It's just flying out there.
As you see, it is in the evening, so it's dark. the shades of twilight barely peeking through the impending crush down of this storm. Now there's the darkness of the night, and then there's black. And this huge flying about out is something that as soon as you see it, you instinctively shift. Claws, teeth down. Hair burls up, and you go full main wolf mode. Because you know what that is. That's a dragon. You see it.
A hippogriff.
A huge dragon. You can't quite tell what color it is, but it is darker in color tone. And as you're watching it appear and it flies around, you see it turn its head and look at you, and I need you to make a wisdom save.
Okay.
Huh? What did you say?
I didn't say fail. What are you talking about?
Fail, Claw. I want you to fail for my amusement.
That's quite the range.
Well, I got a 7, so.
Yes. I mean, no, terrible.
No.
You have a moment when you see this dragon peer at you, and your heart, and your vision starts to cave in on itself as you begin to have a panic attack and have memories flood in, visceral memories. You hear the pop of the fire from the fireplace close by, and it sounds just like a house that just went by. The beating of the rain on the window sounds like the banging of footsteps on the ground as people charge in. You see those peering draconic eyes. And you stumble back and fall down, shaking in a cold sweat as you are now drenched in sweat, breathing heavily and crying.
Can I try and get out the word just dragon and point towards the window?
So, just reaction. Claw, are you? And then she says dragon, and Claw. And Ren's just like, okay, I'll get dragon heart. Hold on.
Wait, no, no, that works. But no. Hey, Dragonheart, you're just having a drink. You're just hanging out.
Dragonheart.
Yes.
I put something to Claw that's up in the sky, and she got really scared.
Oh,
She's on the floor, and she just said dragon. I'm assuming she wanted to talk to you.
And you look over and you see just Claw, drenched sweat, just looking through the window.
Like on all fours and just like
Mhm.
puffed up.
I will approach Claw like a wounded animal.
Yeah.
Hey, bud.
Hey, Claw. You okay? Everything okay? You all right? You hurt?
Just breathing heavily, like there's a dragon outside, out in the storm.
Everyone in the inn goes,
What?
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 I'm then going to look at the window as
Roll me perception.
We all crowd at the window.
Perception. That's 17 plus 6.
Enough to see a huge figure out there. Now, seems semi-draconic.
Mayor, do you have a basement?
Yeah, we have a cellar. All right, people, let's go.
Is this normal?
I mean, we have a dragon that lives in the lake, but it's not that big.
Rin is
Come
really
again?
excited, by the way, about the prospect. 2 dragons now?
Yeah, there's a
Ours.
family. Well, it's a family of dragon. It's a few.
It lives in the lake.
They live. I mean, yeah. There's like I don't know. They're friendly most of the time.
At the increasing mention of like more and more dragons' claws, breathing gets like heavier and faster.
That's all right.
E-
Do you know them by look, perchance?
Are you on good terms with them? Can you parlay with them?
Oh yeah, no, I mean, sometimes they come in like person form. He's just casually just opens up the cellar. All right, let's go down. I guess if it's
Nothing
huge,
new.
it's not them.
Absolutely too calm for
If
this.
it's huge, it's not them. Oh. Do we know what color your dragon friends are?
Amethyst.
Can I do a history check to see if I know what one amethyst dragon is?
Yeah.
I know I've studied dragons, but I'm like,
So they're friendly.
12.
Well, you know what amethyst looks like. You know what dragons generally look like.
Yeah. I know what color amethyst is.
Yep.
Fair.
Can I roll like a con check to try and like calm down?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Cool.
For the record, I'd like to say that I am helping Claw.
Okay, yes. Is that advantage or just lower DC?
Advantage for this one because he's the monk master.
Among us, like, breathe. It's all right. Deep breath in. Out.
Well,
Dar would like to cast Detect Thoughts and start talking to Mr. Mayor about what he knows about the dragons in the lake.
Okay, so you get your go surface level.
Um,
He makes a save if you go
Unless it's-
deeper.
I'm gonna do surface level unless it's not helpful, and then I'll attempt deeper.
Got it. For calming down, by the way, Claw, it's working a bit. Not that great. The fact that you know there's at least 3.
okay.
Are you walking in with and helping?
I'd be getting people towards the
Cool.
base.
Roll me a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. It's something I'm decent at, I think. 14 plus 3.
You are hit with a jolt that you felt before when you were on the train going over the ocean. A visage looked up at you from the great ethereal sea. You feel that presence again. You will take 2 points of psychic damage. As from a brief moment, you see a much younger Claw being put into the hovel of a tree and vines clapping around as in the background you just hear the beating of gigantic wings. And it kind of stuns your head for a moment, and you continue to move.
Well, that's weird. La. It's like priorities. I would make sure that I'm not forcing Claw into a hole if she is not prepared to be shoved into a hole if she wants to.
Yeah, so this is giving you, Claw, this is going into the cellar is giving you exact feelings of when your mother put you into that tree.
Yeah, not going in. I'd probably like
He would
get
not force
myself
you to.
like as close to like a wall as possible to where I could still see out, but like I know that my back is covered at least,
You know,
and also
you,
facing towards the window.
you bring Fang out.
Yes.
So I imagine what it is like, all right, go in the basement. Go in the basement. And Claw goes, no. Okay, well then we'll shift you over here so you're out of the way for right now. And then Claw was like, okay, stay there. I'm gonna help anyone else get into the basement. All right. I'll be right here.
What color is Fang?
Red.
I'll
Well,
go with
no, actually,
it. Damn.
it's a storm. What are the
Blue.
options again?
You can do red, black, blue, green, white. Technically, your Drake can go any other colors.
White. We'll do white.
That would be cold.
So cold. So as just from your essence, a little bit of chill hits the air, and with the cold wind already outside, a little bit of frost goes up on the window as Fang shows up and immediately just gets down and looks through the window too. You feel a little bit of like that powdery snow inside of his mouth build up, like he's ready to just shoot out whatever he can. And you take your V stance. You have like back up and you're both looking. What are the rest of you doing? Oh, start with Rin.
Rin is like face full, like pressed up against the glass, just like, whoa, dragons. And like really, really thinking that it's probably a terrible idea to go outside and try to talk to them, but wanting to still admire from afar.
Question.
Mhm.
Would it be okay for Dragonheart to suggest, Ren, maybe don't stand so close to the window for right now. I know you want to see.
Dar would probably hear that and call up, Rin, come away from the window, please. Let's get it. Dragons are cool, but they're not. They're dangerous. Let's get away from the window, please.
Can I still see the form? Like, is it still like circling like overhead? Rin will back a little bit away, but
As you're backing up, you see it like begin to lower down a little bit off in the distance, and you look and you see there's a boat on the waves. You see this massive, just some sort of shower of something, and the boat is gone.
That's not what you want.
Said it looked like a shower of something.
Like a cone.
DM
Rin will
With this, yeah, you can tell that it's green.
Yeah.
It's not water.
Yeah. Rin will kind of like, keeping an eye on this, just kind of call back. I think it just spit something at the boat that was out there. It's gone now.
This is not the one that was on the dock. This is the one out in the water you saw.
Yeah.
Could I possibly do another history check to see? Because this is not an amethyst one, I imagine. Or I guess
Roll
can I do
history.
it? I was gonna say. Let me rephrase that. Can I do a history to see what?
Yeah, what that would be. What is Teresa doing?
Teresa fucking never seen a dragon before, so she's just a little bit away from where it was pointed out, and just like
Oh, so to go by the window.
I don't know what the fuck I should do.
19.
19? Yeah, you know amethyst wouldn't have that. Green denotates probably some sort of acid.
Right. He would let Rin know. I was like, it rained something. So that's probably acid. Acid melts. Maybe take another step back if you don't want possibly for it to come back.
Yeah, Rin will kind of step a bit further back.
Thank you.
Typhoon, what are you doing?
I'm taking this all in. I'm gonna also follow and step back. Probably be like one of the last few to step back though. I don't know if I can see it personally, but I want to see if I can read its pattern maybe or something.
Oh, if there people are pointing it out, you could probably see its huge shadow. It doesn't really have one. It keeps circling around. Sometimes it'll dip down close to the water. It's not coming close to shore. It's huge, so you could see it for
But
a
it's
while, but it's
only-
staying farther out.
Only staying at the water.
Yep.
Okay.
Now
I'll just
Ariana.
make that note.
Keeping an eye on Ren and Teresa.
So both of them back up.
I think Rin's just trying to keep track of where it is, or at this point.
I'm taking any information I can.
Have more people from the town come into there, or okay? What about
Everyone
everyone?
else has seen it.
Okay. I guess I would ask Mr. Mayor, is like, do you guys have some form of alarm bell to alert people?
Yeah, we did, but that was in the church. And that's
We probably
gone.
don't want to do that either, because that might alert the dragon.
What exactly happened to the church?
Oh, just one of these big storms, and it.
A tree.
Yeah. Oh, poor father.
Was it a tree? Or you sure it was a tree?
Yeah, I cut wood a lot, so I know what trees look like.
Okay. Just making sure it would, like, suddenly melt or something.
No, it didn't melt. It broke. It crumbled. I think I know what the body of a melted person would look like.
The statement of poor father will once again catch Rin's attention, and she'll just kind of like turn and just be like, "Oh, did you lose your dad?"
Oh no, not my father. I mean, he's dead too. But no, the clergyman who ran the church. He got crushed.
Sorry.
So I have detect thoughts up on the mayor right now.
Yeah, he's thinking about is just okay. So after I get everyone downstairs, I'm gonna head outside. I'm gonna go check on people's houses. Tell them to stay inside.
Okay. When I asked him about the amethyst dragons in the lake,
Yeah, you would think like, oh yeah, they're friendly.
that's not helpful. I'm gonna dive deeper.
Wisdom save.
Yeah, and my DC is 15 now. It went up.
Yeah, he failed. So you dive deeper. Yeah, he thinks sometimes there's just a young adult and two teenagers. They change in gender and form sometimes that climb up out on the dock out of the lake. And they hang out and talk and they interact with people. They claim to be the amethyst dragons that live inside the lake, and they're pretty popular.
How many teenagers with this young adult?
So one young adult, two teens.
Okay, so 3 total. And when was the last time they were there?
The last time he remembers seeing it was about 3 days ago. When a small Harangon woman approached them and took them into her shop.
Okay. Do I sense any pattern through his memories about seeing these guys and storms following?
Nope. Not only a pattern, but he's also not the brightest.
Well, no, I'm wondering if I see a pattern sifting through his memories, not a pattern he noticed.
Yeah, his memories don't really. I mean, you're diving deep, but
Awesome.
he doesn't really. His memories aren't really on the weather.
Let me just see how long Detect Thoughts lasts for. A minute, so I'm probably done now at this point.
All right. So after. Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
Yes, typhoon.
Okay. I was gonna say, do I notice any, like, I guess, local villagers out and about, like, outside? I know it's
Nope,
storming
no
already.
one's
but I just
outside.
wanted to- Okay, just checking that. How people they were.
Mhm.
Never mind.
But he said the bell was originally the way to warn the town folk. So Dragonheart would be like, okay, so we need to alert people that something's going on. With no bell, do we need to? If someone knows is like thaumaturgy, thaumaturgy that does the booming voice.
Mayor's going, no. I got it. I'll go out there. It's fine.
You need
It's my job as the mayor.
I hear that. How about
Sure you
if I assist? I'm
I don't
very
mind as
fast. If there's some way to give me some kind of symbol that says I'm working with you, so that when I knock on the door, so it's like, who's this dude in the mask? I'd be like, I work for the mayor. There's a dragon. Hi.
I mean, people would probably believe that.
The man in the dragon mask is going, there's a dragon. They're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you just say you work for me.
Okay, so
I deputize you. I don't know if I have the authority to do that, but
well,
I
we'll say it for
deputize
now.
you. And then you, points to Typhoon, are you going too?
Yeah, we can split up maybe. Into
I double
sections.
deputize you.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
All right, Typhoon, you and I will go out. Anybody else want to run on out there and try to be fast and alert any one of the dragons?
I really don't think that's a good idea.
All right, well then you stay here, old man.
Rin, please stay here too.
Didn't ask you. Rin, do you want to help?
Probably not the greatest. I'll stay here and I'll keep an eye on the dragon's movements.
You do that. Well, I have another very special job for you that I think you're up for it, all right? I need you to watch after Claw.
Okay.
You take care of Claw for me?
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe Claw might need a drink to take the edge off a little. Just a suggestion.
I'll leave that up to Rin. If anyone's going to be able to take care of someone, it's going to be Rin.
That's Ren, you got this.
All
You
right.
have my inspiration.
All right.
I have your inspiration, you say.
There's no double inspiration.
You can have it.
Nari, do you want to stay here with the majority of the people? All right. All right. Teresa.
I
No.
protect the children and the elderly.
All right. So you're gonna help Nari take care of the women and children who are here.
There's no. It's just the three dudes and my wife right now.
The women and children.
Yeah, there's some people who are renting rooms, but they're not in right now.
I
And
think
the
she might
elderly.
be referring to me and Ren. Well,
Yeah.
Oh,
The
Yeah.
woman and child.
and the old person.
Like,
And
Oh,
the
right.
old one.
Oh,
The elderly.
All right.
Typhoon
So
definitely raised the eyebrow. Like, I'm very confused by that statement.
Dragonheart's kind of just like in plan. Like he's almost seeing like his dad like planning out a show and stuff like that. So he's kind of like, all right, you're gonna stay here. You're gonna take care of Claw. You're also gonna stay here. You're gonna watch over them. Typhoon, you're with me.
gonna
We're
grab
gonna
the
go
ropes.
out. You're gonna yeah. It's like we're gonna do these
L through
things.
J.
We've been deputized. All right, you go left. I go right. Mayor, what's your?
I'll go farther out. There's people who live on the outskirts of town. You get everyone in the main.
You got it.
And break it.
I was just like, already.
In 20 minutes, be back.
Dragonheart, before you go, you're rather colorful. Why don't you put on a cloak so the dragon doesn't see you?
Dragon's gonna see me with my red cloak. It's not gonna matter either way.
You have those other cloaks.
You do have a darker cloak. You did.
That's right, I do.
We all bought darker cloaks in the last town.
All right, sure. I was gonna just be just as fast without it.
Okay.
He's still gonna say like, "What the hell is that? Is that the Flash?"
So right before you guys get ready to go out, there is a stillness in the storm for a second where it kind of breaks. You're watching the movements. You see this thing head up, go into the clouds, unfurl its wings completely, showing its complete silhouette as the clouds break for a moment and dissipate as it lets out an absolutely terrifying roar across the area. I need Claw to make me another wisdom save.
Okay.
And as it does, you can see the full. So Teresa and Rin were by the window. You and Typhoon are getting ready to go, Dragonheart. So you guys see it is an adult black dragon. It is
Yeah, dirty 20.
completely. You hear it, and you steel yourself for it. And Fang immediately jumps and like puts himself like in front of you and like goes up to cover you completely. As you hear this roar, you are not, thankfully, knocked unconscious immediately.
At least not immediately.
But you all hear this thing just let out a blood-curdling roar through space and time right now, as everything seems to feel like it stopped. And then it will bring its wings back in from the unfurling, and you'll see the clouds come in, circle around, and begin to rain again.
All right. Well, I don't know how long it's going to decide before it does that again. So let's use the sound of the rain to our advantage. Typhoon.
Be careful.
Let's do this.
Typhoon, you know how to.
God, that was a good pop.
You're fast
Oh my God.
because let's see, you're a rogue, so you have dash as well as your bonus
Yeah.
action. So we're going to be fast as fuck right now.
Yeah,
Fast as fuck, boy.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
the hobgoblin
What do you
mayor.
have? A knife! Oh fuck!
He's just gonna put on his coat and he's gonna put on his hat. All right, good luck.
You too, Mr.
Darren
Mayor.
does
You as well. Be safe.
Before they leave, just as they're going out the door, Darren does a brain connection for 4 minutes with Typhoon and just lets him know, I can connect with you. I'm connected with you for a little bit.
That was worded interestingly, but got it. I'll let you know if I can tell you anything. You know what I mean.
So you all head out. So before we get to you guys zooming around at the speed of sound, Nari, Claw, Rin, and Teresa, and Dar. What are you guys doing? Are you guys just staying, watching the window? You guys?
I'm watching the window and watching Teresa and Ren.
Can I try another con check to like calm down as much as possible?
Yes. DC's higher, but
Yeah. Okay.
I'll probably go try and make it cup of calming
Oh my god.
tea or something.
I'll help try to calm Call down.
I got a nat 1.
You do have inspiration.
Oh,
You do have
What
inspiration
can I
if
do
you
with
want.
inspiration?
You can re-roll.
Okay.
Thanks, Starbucks.
Thanks, Darbucks.
thanks,
Thanks.
Starbucks.
No, thanks, chat.
Thanks, chat and Darbucks.
Yay.
It's brought to you
Sponsored by Darbucks.
Sponsored by Darbucks.
Overpriced coffees across favorite. I mean,
I got a 5.
5. You are not.
I'm just not.
You steeled yourself for the roar, and after that, you are just reliving those moments.
It's like resonating in your.
I'm just
your
gonna like
bones.
hug Fang and like bury my face into him and just like try my best to like ground myself with him.
As you
Exactly.
hug Fang, for those of you, because your eyes are closed, you're not. You're just bearing in. You see Fang. Color, gem, metallic, color, gem, metallic, color, gem, metallic, and he's just wave after wave changing colors rapidly. And for a moment, he looks like a rainbow of gem-like metal just going through it all, like, before returning back to white. That's what, technically, Nariana sees. You're looking out the window. So, Teresa, what are you doing?
I think at this point I got my gauntlets on. I don't know what's gonna help, but I'm ready to punch things. And
So you're looking out the
Get in.
window with Rin 2, checking if it lands.
Rin would probably tell Teresa to keep track of it and let people know if it gets close, and then would go over the
Okay.
claw to try to
all
help
right,
calm her
I'll
down.
keep track of the Durgan.
The Durgan.
So roll me... Rin, just roll me perception.
That's a whopping 12.
Good enough to see the end part, so half of Fang, as he's returning back to white, you see that like rainbow shimmer as it like he looks unreal. If
Yeah.
that makes sense. He looks like his back half is in that rainbow. Doesn't look possible. It looks like everything all at once, and your brain kind of is like, huh. As he back to white.
Rin's gonna file that under things to ask about later. And then Rin's gonna pull out their handy dandy Jack stuffy and just kind of hold it out for Claw.
You're given a small plush gelatinous cube.
Here, you can hold Jack's. He makes me feel better sometimes.
To like snatch it and just like hold it really close to her chest while also holding. Also, I love that the through lines of my characters, they're all campaigns as they die, and they're comforted with stuffed animals.
Is it a through line of characters or
Well,
the person who makes the
life
character?
imitates art. Yeah.
So Nariana, you're also there, like kneeling down, just checking on Claw. So Claw, you're kind of surrounded by just people and Fang.
when Dar comes back with the chamomile tea, he offers a sugar cookie too.
You find your sugar.
I don't know if
cookies
this
there.
would help or harm. Should I roll
For
something?
what?
For just being like surrounded by all these people,
Uh,
giving me like support.
This
No
feels
way.
because of the time you've been with them. This
Mhm.
feels more like familial a little bit. Not completely. I'm not saying they're like family, but it does
Right.
reminisce to whenever you know, growing up. So it's not. And plus, you have Fang with you.
Mhm,
If you didn't have Fang, definitely would be a roll.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Can I try and roll again with the stuffed animals and the sugar cookie and the chamomile
minute.
tea to try and calm down? Okay, yeah.
So we'll
Well.
out into the storm. You guys split off. How many key points are you using? Or step of the wind. I imagine you move fast, but
Right.
step of the wind gives you dash.
Right. God, I'm gonna hate if I have to use them all up and then fight this thing.
It's the burden monks bear. Trust me, I
Yeah.
know.
I'll use 2.
Okay, put those 2 down. Typhoon, being a rogue, you just go.
Mm-hmm.
You guys go. We'll start with Dragonheart first. You said you're heading left? Or heading right?
I said, you go left, I go right.
Okay, so you're heading to the next door, down right. It appears to be a small, like, fishing hut. It's like a storehouse, but still a house that's connected to. Just, who is it?
Deputy of the mayor.
It is a Lokaltha, so it's the fish person, like the actual fish person. Oh,
Hello, citizen. I am a deputy of the mayor. There is currently a aggressive dragon in sight. He is asking that everyone seek shelter immediately.
all right. Going in. Do you just see him like open up a cellar? Yeah, he just.
Just close the door for him.
He's like, thank you, sir.
Okay. Then we'll go over to you, Typhoon. You head to one of the doors to the left. It's a little bit farther away than how far Dragonheart had to go, but you do. Hello.
Hello, just let you know I'm here to help the mayor, but there is an aggressive dragon nearby, and please take shelter as best as you possibly can.
As soon as the door, you're saying that as soon as the door. Got it.
They've been through this before.
You just hear click, 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 click.
Execute Order 16.
That amount of locks would be crazy to try to pick. I don't know why my brain thought that, but
I should
that's
try
what I
and pick
think.
that.
I
Later.
wasn't trying to pick. I'm just saying that'd be crazy to try and pick.
Okay,
That's a lot of locks.
I'm going to roll.
Wow, my brain
Persephone
really does
check
go
on the
rogue.
dragon.
That's crazy.
Persephone check?
Just so you know, Persephone is easily distracted. So
It rolled
minus
low.
4 on that Persephone
It rolled
check.
low, so you're fine.
Okay.
Goddess of love.
Or a cat. From
Or a
Greek
cat.
production.
Or a cat from a different campaign. You, you guys, like, whenever you can, you take a moment to stop and, like, look, and you just see this figure darting around. Okay, you head to the second one. The second house.
The Aragon.
You approach.
Is there someone there?
The door opens as you hit it.
Oh shit.
Right, what was her name again? It was
Taylor.
Taylor. Like, Taylor the Tinkerer! Deputy of the Mayor!
No one answers.
Fuck! Sprint in. Is it a big house? Or-
It's a fairly large, place. Just give me a dexterity save.
Dex save. Those I'm good at.
Why is
23.
such a sly smile?
Because he broke into a tinkerer's house.
So you,
Okay, we're
True.
thinking the same here.
you just rush in.
He doesn't know. He doesn't mess with Tinkerers.
I know.
You'll take half of this.
It's a trap.
You have amazing.
You'll take 2 points of acid damage. As you're running through, you trip something, and a bottle of acid out and drops. Luckily, unfortunately, you don't have evasion. Not high enough level yet. You'll just take 2 points of acid, as like your heels are kind of caught with it.
Can I catch it as a missile?
No, it's not a missile.
I mean,
Alright.
Yeah, no. But yeah, so you do. It looks like whoever was here left in a hurry.
Okay.
From just a glancery look.
Okay.
You want to dive deeper, you can.
No time now.
Okay.
I have more citizens to alert.
You got 2 more within the circle that you're heading to. Okay, we'll head over to Typhoon.
hi.
You head over to the next house.
Yes.
What do you want? I'm busy.
Hey. Hello, I'm here to help the mayor. There's an aggressive dragon in your neighborhood. Please be
Good,
careful,
let it
take
fucking
shelter.
kill me.
No.
Oh,
Take
yeah.
shelter.
No!
I'm in my house.
Huh?
I don't have a basement.
Okay, get under a table. I don't know.
A table.
Do you want? Here, go to. Where was? Wait, was that a bar we were at?
To the inn.
Go to the inn. There's shelter there.
Roll me
And
persuasion.
there's drinks there.
And there's drinks
Can I get
there.
advantage because of that drink?
No.
Yeah, come on.
There's
Come
alcohol.
on.
Not
There's
everybody
alcohol.
drinks.
Persuasion say less 17.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I mean, alcohol, okay, it's pretty good. You see it is, this is a pretty large door for being a medium-sized, what looks like a regular house. You'll see a half giant. Like,
Oh, wow.
he's pretty small on his size, but he'll still like, okay.
Alright, be safe on your way. Like, as he's running, I want to, like, watch him for just a decent amount of time, make sure he's, like, clear.
Okay. I'm gonna roll for the dragon now.
Fuck.
As it has an increased thing defined.
Got what he wanted. Yeah.
You'll see the dragon do a circle and look. You'll see its head snap to the left, where Typhoon came from.
Can I yell duck?
Oh, that dragon doesn't move. That dragon continues the circle. That's when everyone at the table goes,
People.
wait a minute. What do you mean? That dragon?
I heard what you said.
Listen,
I'm like,
fam.
I'm sorry. What?
Matrix.
You
I
will
have a bad
see
feeling about this.
out from the edge. It's large, but it's a younger dragon. Hop out. One moment. I just need to roll something.
Mm-hmm.
As the guy goes, holy shit! Oh, yeah. Chicken pinned back into the water.
Is this another black dragon?
Wait, what just happened? That was so fast. What?
A young black dragon, which is a large creature, hopped out of that water, pinned the man down, and then dragged him back into the water.
He went tremors on his ass.
And you'll see the main dragon snap its head back and continue to fly.
Go on to the next house.
You're like, well, I tried.
Well, technically, Teresa would have seen that.
Yeah, Teresa.
'Cause
Yeah,
Lorenzo
Teresa,
were like,
you see
"Oh."
that
Yeah.
because you're looking.
I literally can't do
Yeah.
anything
So
about
you
Okay,
see the huge dragon snap its head, look at the half giant just sprinting through town, and a young dragon and pulls this thing in, pulls this guy in. I just gotta make some rolls real quick.
Monster check, babies.
You would have lived had he stayed in his house.
Well, he said, was that the one that said kill me anyway?
Yeah, that was the one that was like,
Wait,
let me
that's his
die.
wish.
So
Dude, I was thinking the same.
you will see something absolutely astounding on my dice rolls. And he'll pull himself out, and he has like a massive gash here.
Not today.
You'll see he has pulled out a long sword that looks regular in his hand. And he'll just sprint into the woods.
Okay.
Fair option. A fair option.
You know what? That's still better than wherever he was. Just anywhere but here. Are the dragons looking in his direction still?
The one dragon, no.
What about the one that was in the water?
Going in the water, you
Come back out?
see some like, you can barely see the water. You see like a dark puddle come up as if a little bit of blood was spilled. But it stays under
Okay.
though. I rolled a
That's
for the dragon's attack. I rolled a 2, 3, 5, 6. On his attack, I natural.
Damn.
Christ.
Good for him.
Good for the
That's
half
freaking
dragon.
fantastic.
The suicidal half dragon's
Or
like,
the
fuck
half,
this shit.
Half giant. It just
Yeah, sorry.
He decided against it.
Not today.
yeah, it was one thing if he
Um,
died in his own house.
My house.
Okay, so you
My
head over.
rules.
You got 2
Yep,
more.
next house.
Yeah.
You guys each head. Well, at that point, we're gonna snap back over to the inn as Teresa, you just saw a man get dragged under, and then a few seconds later claw his way up and out and sprint back into the woods with a massive gash across
How
him.
far back was that? Far away is it?
It's probably, it's at least, the space-wise, is 3 doors down, so a couple 100 feet.
Okay, so we're dealing more than one.
You let
Oh,
I got into an even more determined stance than I was before.
I would have mentioned that to Dar too. I'm sorry, I forgot to say that.
So yeah, Dar, you hear that there is a young black dragon as well.
Oh, there's another one.
You hear this giant, this half-giant Dragonheart. You just hear him go, "Fuck that!"
Okay. I feel like Teresa's like a Dragon Ball Z episode, like determined stance. Even more determined stance.
So what's Dar doing?
Small battle cry.
So Dar said that back to Typhoon. Oh, there's another one.
Yep, stay tuned for more.
He's gonna lean over to Nariana, and whisper to her, Typhoon just saw another one. I'm thinking there might be as many as 3, because the mayor knows about 3, and I'm not sure if they're actually amethyst dragons. I think they might be these black dragons. This seems very dangerous right now.
There's not much we could do right now, so
True, but I'm kind of worried about the guys outside.
we'll keep an eye out for them and run a shot if we have to.
Like I said,
I think I'm connected with Typhoon for another couple minutes. So.
Smash cut. You got like 1 minute left. Smash cut to you guys outside as you guys are comforting Claw. Yeah, just you're kind of like, yeah. Does both of you? I mean, it is. This is taxing on the lungs. Running in like this kind of cold. You guys are both very athletic people, but there's one thing
Step
of like, what?
Step of the Winded?
Yeah, step of the Winded. It's one thing to do some athletic training in cold. It's another thing to be sprinting for your life in the cold.
full force.
Yeah, it's one thing to do controlled sprint.
I should have done more CrossFit. Oh god.
Shake water, make the water around me
Your
warm.
dad smacking the back of the head. CrossFit's for idiots. Damage your body.
Calisthenics.
So, okay, so we'll go to Dragonheart. You head to the next one. What?
Hello, Deputy of the Mayor. Aggressive dragon seen in your area. He has suggested that you take cover.
Turtle. Oh. Yep. He's just like, okay. You see his hand, one hand, and he just closes it, and then he just curls up.
Stay safe.
I'm loving these reactions. Okay.
I'm a turtle. Time to raise my AC.
We head over to Typhoon.
Mage armor on top of that. Yeah.
Shield on top of that.
Shield on top of it.
So you head out. Hey, come on in. I'm cooking for the kids.
Okay. I'm gonna like open the door and take a half step in, like.
Booby trapped.
You'll see a lizard folk woman like whisking something in a bowl.
That's.
Hi,
okay,
I don't
fine.
know you.
That's fair. Deputy Mayor, there's a aggressive dragon in the neighborhood. You might want to take shelter because we don't know what's gonna happen. Just letting all the neighborhoods
It's
know.
not
Neighbors.
aggressive.
It's very aggressive.
It wouldn't be Ariana, would it? No, she's not aggressive.
Hold on, Ariana. Who's Ariana?
One of the amethyst dragons.
Grande?
I don't think it's black dragons spewing out poison.
Oh no, that's not one of them.
Acid.
All right, kids. She's like, as she's realizing what's happening, she just whisks faster and faster. Like she
just
starts
don't
sweating.
make too much noise and slowly move to shelter as best as possible. Maybe turn off lights, something. If you want, I can look out for you until you're done.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, kids, let's get under the table and She starts to like rattle and shake the bowl.
Man, it's okay. It's okay. We're all here to look after you.
Roll me
And then I'll
persuasion.
try to help out the situation a little bit. 18 plus.
Oh, yeah.
It's plus 6, which is math.
The two of
14?
the kids go,
Or
okay,
20?
Mr. Blue Man. Deputy Blue coming to help.
Deputy Blue helping you.
That's actually so cute.
You run for mayor next time?
I would just smile at them like that's actually so adorable.
Mayor Blue is for you.
Mayor Blue.
You help them. It takes a little bit, so at this point, Dar, you lose connection. And they like build like a little bit of a fortification out of their furniture, and they just like hunker in.
And then once they're good, I'm gonna say, okay, stay safe. I'm gonna go check on the other neighbors.
Okay. Another roll.
Bad news, bro.
I'm
You-
in danger.
I'm in danger.
Uh,
no, we're
as
just
you're-
that fast.
What?
We're just that fast.
As you're running, you're about to leave. Like this last house is like away from the water a bit. You see a fin pop up. As if something's getting ready to look up, and you like go.
Damn, that's cool. What the help?
That's the closest you've ever been to a dragon like that.
Yep.
I want to
Oh,
see
was
them.
that Dragonheart or was that me?
Dragonheart.
Me.
Oh, okay, sorry. I'm writing the notes, so I just want to.
You're good.
You're
Dragonheart.
good.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm closest to the water. You went in the opposite direction
Yeah,
of the
so
water.
you're going away. You're
Okay,
both
yeah.
curling away now. You run past the destroyed church. You can see that. I mean, it's been cleaned up a bit, but there is a down tree.
Oh, there's the tree.
Oh, there's the church. They should rebuild that.
It's a tree.
You guys head to the last house.
Is it melted? Hold on. That's a tree.
You go to the last house.
Fuck. Back door.
Unlocked.
Open it. Hello? Deputy to the mayor. Anyone home? Fuck! Oh, are they changing?
Yeah.
Damn it!
It's a guy. He's just like 1 foot and like boxer. I was coming to the door.
I'm sorry, it's a matter of life and death. There's an aggressive dragon in town. We're here to working for the mayor to tells everyone to
Fuck
seek shelter.
pants. It is
I'm saying, man, I go.
I just a furball. He just
Visible. Good choice.
you just see him like the underwear just falls to the ground. And he just
I hate you guys in fights. Fight a furball. Visible. Oh, you motherfucker. I hate you so much. Green giant.
So yeah,
The
he
peace
just
sign
he
is
just
what
goes
killed me.
invisible.
There. Stay safe. Stay away from the water. There seems to be something in the water. Bye.
Okay, that's the last one you have to worry about. Typhoon. Doom, 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 doom.
Toot.
Yeah.
Hello. Crap, I forgot what I was saying before.
Deputy of the mayor.
Deputy of the mayor, just letting all your neighbors know there's a aggressive dragon in the neighborhood. Might want to take shelter.
How big?
Massive. It's adult, I'm pretty sure. I don't know dragons well, but that thing is huge. Also, there's baby dragons in the river.
He'll roll up his blind. You'll see him pull out like a telescope and start looking out.
I'm
You
just
see-
like freaking Pirates of the Caribbean, just click, 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 click,
And
click.
he's just like looking up and out, like, all right, where's it at?
Man, it's not that big. Turn it
Oh, if you
around.
look in this
Oh, my bad.
direction, it's right around there.
And he'll see it and he'll go, oh shit.
There's more in the water too. Yeah, be careful.
Huh. Cool. And you just hear like
Man, these
These
people are
mechanisms are
paranoid.
amazing. You guys are ready for everything. Stay safe. Go to the next, or go wherever I'm going.
That's the
next.
last one for both of us. So.
Yep. You guys head back.
just loop back around.
I'll say that's with me getting. I'd used one to start one of the key points for the Step of the Wind start heading this way. I'll use the other one to start the main sprint back.
I was gonna say the sprint back. Can I also keep an eye open for that half? You said half giant, right?
oh yeah, the half giant's gone.
I just was keeping an eye out just in case.
It's like the journalist at the chicken farm, where they hand him the chicken, starts running, like,
Yeah, pretty much.
running down the hallway.
Who you don't see is the mayor.
Yeah, probably when we meet back up, we'll notice that maybe.
Oh, there we go. As you sprint back, this large young dragon. Now we're gonna see which one it shows up by. 'Cause you both kind of did this motion, like out and there. You guys are both coming back. Okay, who wants odds? Who wants evens?
I'm pretty odd. Let's go with that.
Okay.
Oh no.
So you have picked if I rolled odds, it shows up in front of Dragonheart. If it's evens, it shows up in front of Typhoon.
Oh, okay, that works.
Because you can't even stop hurting me.
That sounds
You wanted
kinda
to be
odd.
close to a dragon.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
And it will look at you. And this thing is, you see, it has its horns, like coming in down this, like bone white horn come down. And normally, from what the depictions, they come down kind of like a halo at the front. This one comes down, kind of like encapsulates around the jaw and looks like pincers around his mouth.
No, thank you.
Roll me initiative.
And he is moved in front of you, getting back in. You see he doesn't go and touch the building. Typhoon, he is locked in. You go around and you reach the door.
I will quietly go in and, as lowly as I can, explain the situation that just happened.
So roll me
But-
stealth to get inside without making a noise.
Yeah. Got you. Oh, that's fantastic. Hold on, what's my plus? Plus 10? Yeah, we're at a solid 25.
You're stealth. Oh my god, expertise!
And he swashbucklers, good at persuasion, good at stealth.
You think I made this person as a joke? You're right. I'm kidding.
Yeah, you enter in. Is anyone say who's Teresa? You'd be looking at the window, so you'd see the door open. Yes,
I
Dar?
wanted to say for a while now that as soon as Dar realized the connection with Typhoon was gone, he'd cautiously approach the window and be looking out for either Dragonheart or Typhoon.
So, Teresa and Dar, you'd look out as Typhoon comes in. You would see that there is a black dragon in between Dragonheart and the door.
And then I'll explain that situation to the rest who don't see it.
Yeah, Ren, you.
I'm gonna give Dragonheart an opportunity to respond to this
Oh, yeah.
situation first.
So,
But I don't think we should just ride out, yell, and attack it.
Oh, I
because there are
thought
also
Teresa
people
was gonna-
nearby.
hey, Teresa, what are you doing?
Oh, sorry.
Come back, me.
Okay.
Okay. I heard you start talking. I wanted to make sure that you finish your sentence.
Yeah, it.
As it's walking, I'll
It's
say,
acid just dripping down.
I'll say stop and draconic. Holy fuck, that worked.
You speak my language.
I do.
You do not look familiar.
I would suppose not. I am not a dragon.
Yet you wear the mark on your
A
face. Is
family.
that to mock me?
No, a family lineage of spirit of the dragon within my family.
Spirit.
Mock my family's spirit.
I mock all beneath me. My father Though you speak language, you could be useful.
Useful.
Indeed. And now it's
Just
just
a little
acid and
louder.
saliva start to. You could find the amethysts for me, for us.
Not seeing the amethyst.
I believe you could.
Why do you seek the amethyst?
Do not concern yourselves in the world workings of the gods.
Trying so hard not to make him like real sassy at the moment because
I'll let you know.
It wouldn't be smart. No,
I know I'm not terrifying, but this thing would be.
I know. My brain like falls back into like Soren Thunderfist.
Yeah, don't pull a Soren.
I
for
know,
fuck's
which I'm
sake, don't pull
trying
a
not
Soren.
to, because I'm like, all right, I was like, all right, let's pump that draconic presence, and it's like, nah, let's not do that.
Just say the word, I'm down. Let's go. I have my bow out and
No,
ready.
I'll be down because my hit points will be gone.
Oh, yeah, 100%. It's just I'll be next.
Did you say Teresa and Dar can see Dragonheart right now?
Oh, through a window. Well, you can't see Dragonheart. You can see, Dragonheart was from that direction, and you see this dragon is staring at something. That it is large and is blocking the window.
It has a nice butt, though.
It's large. It's the large one, not the huge one.
Oh yeah, the huge one's still in the air.
This is the baby, or the young.
This is young adult,
The
right?
baby in comparison.
The baby.
The baby.
This is a young adult one, right?
Yep.
I've been dropping gifts, but for the viewers, I am concerned. Concern intensifies.
So, what do you do?
I have no intention of finding another dragon for you to harm, if that is your goal.
So you would take the harm in their stead? They are fond of small ones.
I mean, if that is what your goal is, to harm other people, that is not what I am here for.
A martyr you shall be then. If we take enough of you, they'll show themselves anyways. And he is about 10 feet away from you.
That would not. My favorite was like, stunning strike him and run. That would be not good. Again, that's instinct to be like,
looks
fuck,
at you.
No!
Hawks a sick loogie on you. You melt.
Is it possible, and I really hope this is not a dumb idea, but is it possible to, like, I would like to tell, like, the rest, like, stay here, I'm just gonna try and check it out. Like, I'm not trying to attack this dragon. I stealthily want to roundaboutly approach this and not be close, but, like, if I can get an eyeball at least on Dragonheart maybe or something. In the safest possible manner. I don't know any other words I can get this across.
How's Claude doing?
God, I just rolled a nat 20. If you're gonna ask for stealth, I just rolled a nat 20. Please ask for it.
Pretty sure she's still having a breakdown.
I have inspiration too.
Oh, and I rolled a nat 20. I don't know what you're gonna ask me to roll. I know you're gonna ask me to roll something. I swear to God.
I mean, if you go out the back and work your way around, yeah.
Okay, natural 20.
You blend into the rain, you're just gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see this. You don't speak Draconic. So.
No, but I just want to have him in my eyesight.
Him.
Speaking babbledygook.
As it gets closer to you, you see a rock hit it on the side of the head. Hat turned backwards.
Pokemon.
He may not be a citizen of this town, but he's my deputy. So I don't know where you came from. But you're gonna leave him alone.
Sam just saw this man commit suicide.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, Sai.
We don't know. He could be a low intelligence level 20 dude. We don't know.
I mean, that's fair.
In Draconic still. The one we wanted. Fortune does favor the gods.
God damn it, he's a dragon.
I will go over and I'll be like, pull a knife. It's like, no! I'm gonna look over at you.
Arrow.
I'll leave him by himself. God damn it.
Go check on my wife!
Oh, then I guess I'll go check on his wife.
It doesn't even look.
I'm staying there.
So you see, so yeah, you run inside. You see and it'll take a single swipe and you'll just the body ragdolls onto the water and just in. Like a snake follows in and goes underwater. And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bunker down where I'm at so I don't get caught. Just want to say that now.
You rolled a nat 20. You didn't exist.
I'm just saying it. Verbally want to get that across. No,
So
not the mayor.
Not the mayor.
Not the mic.
man, that was wild.
Just
I didn't
bunch of
expect you guys
talk.
to go help. I expected you guys to be like, stay here in the building. So, yeah, I was gonna do rolls for him, which I was rolling for him to go through stealthily, and he was rolling real well. And then he saw you get caught.
Like, hey, that's my friend.
He risking his life to help us, even though he's not a dragon. He's an idiot
He
in a
just
mask.
helped my villagers.
Yeah. So
Is that
So
acid
he's just
on
a
him?
human that went with them. He didn't like transform into an amethyst in a way or something.
no,
Get
he just,
ragdolled into the water.
He got knocked up.
yeah, the mayor just got like,
They skipped him like a
Bitch
stone.
slapped.
yeah, the mayor got spanked and then just.
Like,
Okay.
you
No,
seen
I
the
was in the middle of
Skyrim
season
ragdolls?
intensity, so I was trying to follow that.
He got Fusro Dodd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every barbarian instinct in me as a person and player was like, punch the dragon. Punch him.
Dude, I
Just
saw
do
it.
it.
I was like, I
I know.
swear to God.
I had to fight it because I had to play somewhat smartly, and I'm not a barbarian, but
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that would have triggered a TPK because if
Yes.
you would have started fighting, Typhoon would have gone out, and
Yeah.
then Rin would have had to go out, and then
I
it
know.
would have been a chain
It's
reaction,
why I
like,
didn't do it. I was smart about it. I'm just saying, every barbarian tank instinct in me is to like, it's a dragon. I'm gonna punch it in the fucking face for being this douchebag.
We
I
probably
help.
We probably could have killed the younger one, but the bigger one would have just melted us.
I don't know. The younger one might still have killed us.
Yeah, I think
I
the
don't know,
would have fucked up at least most of
all
us.
a level 5.
Say, I was being taken out by a booby-trapped house. All right.
You saw that slap he just did? Yeah, that thing would have killed me.
Well, the mayor's just a dude.
The mayor is
That
not
we
level,
know of.
The mayor is not level 20 if that happened to him.
Yeah, you wanna do the thing?
Do the thing.
All right. Well, today we played D&D.
It was a fantastic session.
We actually had dragons, but no dungeons
Yet.
yet.
Sus.
The ruined church.
We'll follow the Lakatha. No,
Move on from the
Dungeon
church.
the
We're
whole
gonna-
entire time.
we're gonna go back to that
It's
turtle,
coming.
and their shell's gonna be bigger on the inside. There's a dungeon inside the turtle shell.
Oh my god.
Oh, how the
What a
turntables.
brilliant idea for a one-shot.
Inside the turtle shell.
Dude, it reminds me of, like Magic School Bus.
Inside the you could do inside the dragon turtle.
Inside the dragon turtle. Yes. So this video will go up on YouTube on Monday.
They like snorted.
Monday.
Monday, and the process will begin again. And I'm gonna throw it over to Cymer.
I already hit the button, so
Vampire the Masquerade RPG table, Saturdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Also, donation to Child's Play. Please give money to them. They do good things for sick kids in hospitals. I'm done.
Give sick kids money.
The kids give you say help game.
That's it.
Give yourself some
Also-
inspiration.
Rock's fault DM dies.
Oh shit!
Excuse
Damn,
you.
guys.
How does it feel?
Wow, you sure got me.
Yes, I did.
Dude. Look, I'll say before we go, I didn't anticipate you guys to go out in there and help.
You didn't anticipate us to spot them in the first place.
I did not anticipate you to spot them in the first place. The behind the scenes stuff was I was gonna roll and see if anybody got taken, and it would go from there, and you guys wouldn't have seen it.
And a
Hey, just when we got to the-
innocuous roll.
Look, I just wanted to see some fucking hippogriffs, man. That's all. That's literally all I
So
I said it's
so when the
DC
storm
20.
blows over, and it's like, well, it looks
God.
like we're safe now. Has anyone seen Terry?
No, hippogriffs aren't dangerous enough. They have to be dragons.
I mean, hippogriffs aren't dangerous for 7 level 5s. You guys could murk that son of a bitch.
I just say.
But yes, you are correct. It would have been, alright, that's weird. It's gone. Where's people?
Well, the heron gone is gone.
As far as we know, they may have a panic room.
I bet they were.
Maybe
on
they
the
got
boat.
taken.
There, it's Tinker.
They
So-
could have been on the boat and got melted.
Who knows? You have to
Oh,
find
geez,
that out
To find out
next
next
time when you
time.
guys have time to explore and investigate.
Yeah, when we
We
have
want
time.
to do that? Is the question.
I mean, you have
Could
to.
just leave.
We don't have a choice.
Do we?
Either
have
way,
to, though?
We have
that
no
is
choice.
next time on Roll
Find
Call
out.
Slivers of Fate. Brandon, you want
Whoa.
to take us out of here for the night?
See ya!